everybody, and welcome back to the GamersParadise podcast. Today, we have Cameron.
Yes. Ta-da.
Insert audience applause. You may know him from Fridays when we do group sessions with the boys and Minecraft and other stuff.
Yes, and from other videos previous, such as Conan series that's currently happening.
Yeah, on your channel. So there you go. Check that out in the description, probably.
But also, welcome to the Halloween-themed episode. As you can see, we have spookied up things a bit.
Yes, tomorrow is Halloween. We're not recording this a week before. No,
nope, definitely not.
Tomorrow is in fact Halloween.
Yep, it's tomorrow.
So what are you guys doing for Halloween? What are you guys doing for Halloween?
For me at least, I know I'm going to a. Well, it's not exactly for Halloween, but I'm going to a Halloween party with some of my friends, and then for actual Halloween, I'll just be driving my younger siblings and such to what I like to consider the rich neighborhood, where they give out the good candy.
Yeah, to give off some Cody lore, he's like one of 18 kids. He's like one of those like morbid families.
Exactly. No, yeah. I'm the second youngest in the family of like 6, I think.
You said You said younger siblings with an S. You only have
one.
Well,
yeah, I say that because I have a younger nephew, 2 younger nephews. But
yeah, okay.
My sister and my nephew grew up basically around the same age. They're just barely a few months apart, type of thing. So I basically consider them siblings.
So Cameron, what are you doing for Halloween? Yes, I assume somewhat similar.
No, I'm probably gonna be shitting in a pumpkin, putting it in the front yard.
You are so quiet, dog.
What the fuck is wrong with this microphone, dude? Is that better?
That's better, but it's. we gotta like auto balance you.
Cody gave me this blue Yeti. I don't quite know which way is the way that makes me louder.
Whatever you're doing right now is better. I think the dot has to face you.
Dot has to face me?
Yeah, to make it color right.
No, it was the gain. That's what I was doing. I was trying to turn up the gain, I accidentally turned it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering why Discord wasn't picking it up earlier. I was going.
It was cutting you off half the time.
Oh yeah, you peaked. Yeah, your mic peaked right there.
Yeah, it was the one flaw with that microphone. Is it peaked very commonly.
Really. I mean, I have a Blue Yeti, and it doesn't. I mean, it peaks, but I mean, I guess I have like the ultra version, but you have an even more ultra version than I do.
That one I got for like I think $50 to $60, and then I gave it to Cameron.
I plugged it in. That's all I know.
I think it was already set to the best setting for you, anyways, so it should be fine.
To answer the question seriously, I'm not doing shit for Halloween. Like, unless someone like invites me to do something, I ain't doing nothing.
They didn't invite you to their Halloween party?
That's not on Halloween. That's like before or after. Exactly on the day of Halloween, I'm gonna do nothing.
Okay, great, yeah.
I should invite you to the trick-or-treating with the kids. It'd be funny. Just to have like a grown-ass man as like a monkey suit or something.
I was not invited to the group Halloween party, nor would I desire to go, so that's fine.
For all those wondering, he's extremely introverted.
It's not really introverted as much as.
Sorry.
It's 2 very different groups. So basically, I met Ethan in the first few days of middle school with already having a preset group of friends. So we got together. Then Ethan went to a different high school, met a lot of these people. He already knew some of them beforehand, I think. We met like a whole different group of people. And as we got older, they kind of intermingled slightly, but they're not really the same. So. Like I never really I'm agreeing with a few of the people of the group, not all of them. So it kind of depends on the situation at hand of where I get invited or not invited. But once again, I'm perfectly fine with that because I don't really like parties, and 2, I don't really care for Halloween. I actually did a poll on my channel of is Halloween, like rank Halloween as far as like your favorite holiday, mediocre, bad, and most people said it was mediocre, and I kind of agree. It's fine. But it's not good.
I actually like Halloween a lot. I think it's probably my favorite because, like, for Christmas, I think Christmas is just overall too expensive. It's the holiday where people just spend money, but like Halloween's just fun. That's all it is. It's just having fun.
We live in 2 different worlds because Christmas is expensive. The most expensive around here is 4th of July. 4th of July. By far is way more expensive than Christmas.
Really?
I know my brother's dad averages like $5,000 spent on 4th of July.
Lord.
just himself, like, and his group. But like, there's other people that we also.
We definitely don't
meet.
go out that fucking hard on 4th of July. I don't know about Cameron,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't go buy fireworks. I just blow up actual gunpowder.
That's honestly, that's the way to go.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's how you do it.
Yeah,
But
I just
I-
like for 4th of July, I save myself a bunch of trouble. I just buy like fucking like a pound of gunpowder. I put it in like a plastic Tupperware box, and then I like go to the backyard and I shoot it.
Good lord.
there you go. But yeah, so if anybody knows following from my channel, I've been doing, for Halloween, I've been doing Spooky Month, where we playing a bunch of spooky games. Even Fridays, we've kind of been doing it, more or less, even though 2 Fridays ended up getting canceled by the group, so we actually, I don't think we've done one. No, we did
We did the Lisa Company. This one, hopefully this week we should be able to.
But Cameron wasn't there for that, so we literally had, we've always had at least one person out.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. I was busy. I don't remember what I was doing. I do remember. Don't say it.
That's fine. I don't know what you're doing either. So it doesn't matter. Either way. What for you, Cody? Because you actually somewhat consistently post. What are you fucking laughing at over there?
That's
I'm
fun.
getting it. No, for you, do you have anything like that? Are you gonna plan on playing any spooky games in your channel for Halloween? Maybe on the day of, or maybe post on the day of. I don't know.
I had some intentions of doing so, but honestly, like for this week, I kind of got gypped in a bit because I got hit with the sickness, if you will. I have not been feeling well, but I'm doing better. I'm on a lot of medicines right now, but I had plans originally to do some stuff. And what's funny is one of the games I had reinstalled onto my collection of Steam games that I was going to play was actually Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which I had just seen you start playing a while back, and I was like, well, not going to do that.
Okay, well, why not? Just because I'm playing doesn't mean that you can't do it.
But it just seems too situational.
Okay, can I point out? So, have you actually have either of you actually played Amnesia: The Dark Descent?
I have only watched it.
But okay, so you know about it.
Yeah.
I went in blind, and maybe that was a problem going in completely blind. It was maybe top 5 worst game experiences I've ever had. It was
really
terrible. Like, honestly, it was like what the entire stream is me, Mike, and one other person just making fun of the game for being so bad. For like,
wow.
And like, it was borderline unplayable. I wanted to stop after 30 minutes, but I was like, I gotta get for 2 hours somehow. So I just kept going.
Dude. Yeah, PewDiePie carried that game.
He did.
No, honest to God, I think he had to have, because it was nothing was set up right. Like everything, like maybe it's me trying to be like a somewhat decent writer half the time. It's just like, and nothing's set up. You don't care about any of the characters. Like they have no weight. It's like
Characters?
they don't. Yeah, the characters of the game.
The game has characters. I thought it was just you going
There's
through
a story
fucking
mode, and then
adventure.
there's like a secondary mode that you're probably thinking of. That's the thing that like PewDiePie did all the time.
I see.
That's the Steam Workshop side of things. But
yeah, I
yes, Amnesia: Dark Descent has an entire story mode.
And it's not good.
Apparently, I think what I've heard,
recommend.
there's one that's like something about like pigs or something.
Yeah.
That one I've heard is really good, but I don't know about actual normal Dark Descent.
Basically, when I started the stream, somebody came into my stream and said, "Hey, just so you know, you're not gonna have fun. Go play the bunker."
That one's good.
Which is the 5th game, I believe.
That one's good.
Yeah, because Machine for Pigs is the one you were talking about.
Yeah, Machine for Pigs.
I've heard good things about that one. I have 3 out of the original 4, and I was gonna play through all of them at some point. And I honest to God, like if all of them were like this, I could not do it. But luckily, apparently, they're not. I think it's okay. Me and Mike actually did end up agreeing with this, which it is a product of its time. At the time
100%.
it came out, it was probably really good, but nowadays it just doesn't hold up.
Oh, yep. Back in 2007, everyone loved that game. They creamed their pants over it.
I mean, honestly, you literally just coughed into the mic. We heard all of that.
Yeah, I heard that one
again.
too.
Oh, okay. Either way.
Spreading.
So no, you're not posting anything spooky, or you had the intent that I ruined it with my singular episode of Amnesia.
That wasn't the only game I wanted to play. I do have other games I would like to play. Because one of the games that someone gifted me like a year ago that I was going to play, but it was on my old PC, so it couldn't run it as good as I wanted to.
You know.
And so I just kind of waited until I got my new PC, but then I forgot about the game.
So what was it?
It was Choo Choo Charles.
Oh yeah.
I have that game,
Remember that.
and I want to play it, and maybe I'll save it for Halloween, because that's not a bad idea. I probably won't be
There
able
you
to do it on Halloween, so it'll probably be around Halloween, but
Yeah.
that's my general idea
Maybe even the
originally.
day this comes out. Ooh.
Yeah, maybe.
Who
see.
knows? Okay, so there's a game that has been absolutely blowing up on my channel recently. It's like comparatively to other stuff. I had never played Dying Light, but Dying Light fucking bangs. Like, and I'm not talking about just like people going in the stream, which they have, and people watching afterward, which has been great. The reception's been fantastic. Honestly, when I first played, someone who's common now, but had just joined for the first time for that one, was like, "You're going to love this game and play it so much." And ever since, I've been playing it every other day.
Dying Light's is that the one with like the parkour zombie shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard only good things about that game.
Yeah.
I like zombies. I like games with zombies that have like fucking crazy zombies. They're just fucking going wild. Like, have you ever seen like the actual movie World War Z? The zombies are like piling on each other to reach people like ants.
Did you know that there's a game called World War Z?
Oh,
that's
I'm
the
well
exact
aware
same
of that
thing?
game. It is, but
I
I've heard
actually
it's
own
not as
that
good.
game, but people wouldn't play it with me. I got the game, and then I think me and Ethan played it once, and he was like, "Oh, that's really good," and then never played it again.
Future endeavors, maybe.
Maybe, but no, it's like it's been really like it's been really fun. But the one weird thing that I kind of still like about the game is Crane, the main character, might be one of my most favorite video game characters ever. Because you always, in games that aren't fully open world, you are either stuck being a pure good person or like a pure bad person, depending on the game. Usually pure good. This game rides the line. Like, you don't get to make any choices. It's all still just him. But he's definitely the kind of guy that's like, "Oh, you want to go burn down somebody's house so you can give me medicine? Sure."
Yeah.
Like he does not give a fuck. He's like, whatever I want at that time, I'll do anything in order to do it.
Well, I mean,
and I
that's
love
the
that
world
about
he
him.
lives in. He lives in a zombie apocalypse world. Like, it's kind of just how you have to live. You gotta enjoy a character who just doesn't care. I like that in like most villains, honestly. Like, I love villains that have amazing story, but I also just really love something about a villain who just doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
It's
get a lot
cool.
of that these days.
You don't.
Because here's the thing: is the best villains are the complex ones.
Yeah.
But the problem
100%.
is that because everyone wants to have the best villain, everyone makes their villains uber complicated for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like not everybody needs to be overcomplicated. Like, I don't know too much about Legend of Zelda, but I would assume Ganon's pretty much like, "I want to destroy the world." Haha. Like, that's
His
all I
whole
think of
thing
when I
is
think of-
he's what is it? It's like the strong deserves to win type of thing. That's his whole
so
shtick.
he has a mental ideal of the world, and that he wants to do anything in order to have that. In a video game that I've been playing, even today, or the day that we're recording this, and the day that we're posting it, so I guess still today, it doesn't matter. I'm playing through Resident Evil, and the main enemy in that game, who is Wesker, is just like, "Yeah, I think that the weak should be completely purged, and except for Rebecca, she's kind of hot." It's like, that's it. Like, that's his ideals. Is that everyone that's strong lives, everyone that's weak dies, except for Rebecca.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, I like that. Like, he just does not give a shit about anything else.
To a similar extent, but on obviously a different type of branching path. The original. Oh, sorry. Give me a moment. I'm gonna cough. Muting myself. I apologize. This is the way in what happens when you are sick, as I have said.
It's
But
all getting cut out in post anyway.
hopefully yes. I will try my best to remember. So what I was saying is, in a similar vein, but on a different branch. A great example of this would be the original Broly. Whenever, like, before, like, oh, you're worried that he's just this, like, awkward kid or something like that, and then when you see what he actually is and what he actually thinks and shit, you're like, holy shit, he's a monster. And that's cool, because it's like, you have layers upon layers of backstory and shit that's like, okay, that's cool, but, like, we've seen this repetitive style of character build a lot. but you rarely see a Broly build, you know, where they're just monstrous for the sake of being monstrous. I love that.
You know what I also love about Broly 1 is, and both of them are, both Broly
His
1
vocabulary?
and the new Broly. No, but yes, but no. What I like is that I think canonically is either 25 or 26. And why
Yeah,
that
he's not
matters
old.
is because he's the same age as Goku, and Goku, which no one, I don't think people think about enough. By the time that movie rolls around, he's in his mid-20s.
Goku?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like most people, I feel like most people think that he's older, like in his 30s, by the time Dragon Ball Z is just starting. When the first episode of Dragon Ball Z, he's like 23.
Yeah, no,
24.
he's still pretty young.
Yeah, because him and Chi-Chi have Gohan pretty much immediately after the last tournament where he's 19. So he probably has Gohan at 20, and then that's 4 years later.
Huh.
So he's probably like 24. It's like he's not that old at all. It's like I kind of like, I think that's interesting. That's a whole part of his
Yeah.
being that no one really thinks about. Because like nowadays he is like in his 40s and he feels like it. but
Yeah.
but no, when you go to Broly and like when you first see him, you think he's like this lanky kid, like he's almost like Trunks, Trunks' age, but he's not. He's much older than that.
Also, he is also the direct inspiration for Trunks, funny enough.
Was he?
Well, Broly?
Well, actually, no, sorry. Reverse that. Trunks was the inspiration for Broly.
I was about to say, I was like,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
I was like, one,
Yeah,
I thought
wait.
Trunks was before that, and two,
I
Trunks
I
is
fucked
in
out of
the
my
Broly
brain.
movie. Like he's in
Yeah.
the goddamn movie.
Yeah, like that'd be a wild choice if they just
Yeah.
dropped the Broly movie and like Trunks is there, and they completely unexplained. This is before Goku landed back on Earth. Like Trunks is just there.
It'd be a hell of a timeline if Broly was the one who came to like from the future to the past.
What I also love about those movies is not. We know now that they're on a totally different timeline, but at the time, when you're younger and you think that they're all just like the movies are a part of the series, when you see the one that you actually love the most, Cody, where the not the Z sword, but the other sword from the pink guy gives the sword to Trunks,
Yeah.
and that's where he gets the combat sword that he uses. That means that movie also took place in the future Trunks timeline because he also has the sword.
That is true, yes.
Which I never understood because
That's likely where his universe comes from.
But wouldn't it make far more sense if future Trunks just had the Z sword? Like that would make way more sense. But
Yeah.
they just never bring that up.
No.
Like
Funny.
he got a sword at some point, and also current Trunks never uses it, even though he has it.
Yeah.
Like, but that's literally like his thing is that he has the fucking sword already. It's weird.
I do find it funny that he doesn't ever achieve the Z sword, but I think it's because they actually I think he did the ritual that Gohan did. So he eventually freed the Supreme Kai.
Trunks?
I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
think
did.
Trunks did, because that's how he was able to beat Boo in his timeline. Or at least he
That's
used all that training to help. No, he didn't defeat Boo in his timeline. Just a reminder. He prevented Boo from happening in his
Yeah.
timeline.
Because he killed the Buro quickly.
Yes, he killed
Yeah,
all of
he
them
didn't
quickly.
fuck around like-
He
like
did what
Vegeta.
Goku never does, and just get shit done.
Yeah.
Technically, that was Gohan's fault. Gohan was the one that was meant to come in there and wreck shit, not Goku.
Well, the issue with that is Goku's the one who trailed every fight afterwards. Like, whenever they got in there, that's when Goku was just like, alright, let's just feed everyone my power.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't true. I'm just saying, like, when they originally revived his Babdi's ship, Gohan's the one that's dressed in black, like, hold up, guys, I'm gonna go in here, Super Saiyan 2, fuck everybody up. Even though at this point, Goku can already go Super Saiyan 3, so why the fuck
Yeah.
didn't he just do that and just win the day?
Well, because they didn't want to exude too much energy, and Super Saiyan 3 would 100% just, like, supercharge Boo immediately.
He was
Oh,
saving.
yeah, but he probably could have taken care of it fast enough if he really
I mean, he would
wanted
have popped that fucking weird green guy instantly if he had done that, but, you know.
to. That's what I'm saying.
Yakon, I
Is, like, 'cause they
think is
still
what his
have
name
the-
is.
because they still had the whole like energy drain system, right?
Yeah.
So that takes a little bit of time. So he could have dealt with it. I feel like.
I guess he could have, like, flown interplanetary and just shot, like, a laser beam down.
Yeah, or fucking damn near anything. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially at the time, he was very. Of course, they end up getting faster from god powers, but at the time, that was like the peak of ability.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, actually, something you kind of mentioned was someone bought you a game. Someone had in my chat mentioned wanting to get me Sparkling Zero.
Sparkling
Specifically, it's not Sparking Zero, not Sparkling Zero. Sparking Zero.
Zero? My favorite kind of wine.
I wish it was. Yeah, there you go. No, I wish it was Sparkling Zero now. No,
That's
but Sparkling
fine.
Zero, and well, it's a fucking Japanese game. They can name it whatever the fuck they want. No, Sparking Zero. And specifically like the Ultimate Edition, like the fucking $120 one or whatever. I'm like, geez, dude, like you don't have to do that, but whatever. And one thing that I've loosely heard about the game is while it has the GT characters in it, it doesn't go to the GT story, which fucking pisses me off. Why ignore GT? GT is cool. I mean, people severely underestimated GT so hard.
Watched a video that said the GT, the dub, the Japanese Japanese sub is actually really good, but the dub they fucked it up and it sucks ass and dick.
I half agree. I think certain parts of the American version is fine, and some of it is really good because it's just too good to fuck up. But there are definite scenes I've seen from both where they kind of mistranslate a few things and it sounds a little weird. Or they just add stuff to add it for no reason. Because they ended up adding a little bit more filler, I think, for the American version.
What I didn't like about GT was, like, it moved way too fast, right? Like, over the course of one episode, Goku would, like, go Super Saiyan 4 and be like, haha, now I'm the winner. And then the next episode, Omega Sherman would be like, just kidding, I'm powering up. Then Super Saiyan 4 Goku would be like, just kidding, now I'm powering up. And then one episode later, it's like, haha, just kidding, I absorbed the Dragon Balls. Then one episode later, just kidding, I fused with Vegeta, and it's like, it's just so too fast, you know? They don't let anything happen.
I would say that, like, that makes, you know, I agree, except they kind of do that for the Frieza fight a little bit, not as bad. But they do it a little bit for the Frieza. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Frieza
They
fight.
do that for the Frieza fight.
I
Are you
kind
talking
of
about the
agree,
original?
but, like,
Yes.
Okay, so are you specifically talking about the fight with?
The Namek fight
yeah.
against Frieza, that one.
I don't
but,
agree
like-
with that actually at all.
What do you mean? That's literally all it is.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but like I think that like they played it out over the course of enough episodes that like it was like fine, right? Like
Yeah.
GT was like fucking immediately like each episode something amazing was happening, as opposed to the Frieza fight was just the plot naturally going along course. Like and
That's
then
fair.
like maybe several episodes later, Frieza would be like, okay, here's my transformation, and be like, okay, well like that was over the course of a lot of plot. That makes sense. GT is like
I think that he goes from 1 to 2 and like 1 to 2. He's at phase 2 for like a couple episodes, and he goes from 2 to 3, and he pretty much, I think in one episode he goes from 3 to 4, which isn't like the biggest gap. I mean, that's fine, but I think I only think he's only the xenomorph version of himself, only for fighting Piccolo, and he does that for maybe like 10 minutes.
this is the part where I admit I never actually watched Z. I watched
What?
Team 4-Star. I watched 100,000 clips on YouTube. I watched enough clips to piece together Z, but like that's it. I never actually watched Z.
That's
Oh God!
genuinely surprising.
What?
Yeah, I'm that guy. That's me.
No wonder.
I'm
are
the
you-
fake Dragon Ball fan they're talking about.
You know, to bring it up, because I know that Cody wants to get to it anyway. Is this why you are you in the camp that Superman would beat Goku? And I think if
Oh,
so,
God,
this is the
yes,
reason
damn it.
why.
Yes.
This is the reason why
Go-
you didn't actually fucking watch it.
But I watched all of Super. I watched every fucking episode of Super twice.
Like, but then why wouldn't you go back and watch the original?
I don't wanna.
Why not? It's so good.
It is good. I don't have
that's so
time.
bad.
I have other video games to
It's
play.
so funny.
Video games to play. Just watch.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You have to watch the goddamn show.
I don't have a good enough attention span. I'd watch the whole episode and be like, oh fuck, what happened?
Gen
Which
Z
horse
these
was on?
days. You need to have an episode up top and like Subway Surfers at the bottom. That's what
No,
you need.
No, it's the opposite. Like I could have Dragon Ball Z on one screen, but I was too distracted by whatever game I was playing to actually absorb it. I'm the opposite.
okay.
I have not enough ADHD.
Not enough.
So is it like Team 4 Stars was a lot quicker and snappier, so that was able to catch you?
It was funnier.
Yeah, it was more
Oh,
entertaining, I'd
It
imagine.
doesn't take itself
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. Also, I couldn't like afford to watch Dragon Ball Z like for a long time. Like I also absolutely refuse to buy a streaming service. Like if I don't like find a DVD copy buried in
No,
my
I'm
front
not.
yard, I ain't watching it.
I'm not
That's fine.
saying you should ever pirate anything for legal reasons. I am not saying that you should ever pirate anything.
Absolutely not.
However, you could probably find it somewhere online.
Oh no, I totally could find it at a discount, but I just didn't. I allocated my time to other things.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm saying if you,
Fine.
if like, I feel like if you wanted to, like, if you really liked Super, or if you thought Super was okay, 'cause Super was fine to me at least,
Okay.
then I feel like you'd go back. Maybe not to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's weird. I've watched Dragon Ball.
Rabbit on the moon, still there.
Fuck the rabbit on the moon. 13-year-old Bulma being completely naked in like 5 different scenes.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like it's a different time.
Also, Goku's dangly dang. Many times.
You see Goku's 12-year-old penis.
You see Goku's baby penis in the Broly movie.
You do.
Yeah, you
You're
do.
right. But no, it's weird. It's also pretty
Yeah.
good in certain spots. You could definitely, if you know Sun Wukong, the game that just came out, and then you watch Dragon Ball, the original, you're like, oh yeah, it's literally the exact same thing. Or at least you can see that it's very much based off of it.
I mean, hell, he has the fucking power pole, which is literally
Exactly.
like similar
Then you-
to the other
Then you go
thing.
to Z and he never uses that again.
I watched
Yeah, well-
4 episodes of the Ocean dub, and then the website I was watching it on got destroyed.
Yeah. You're watching it on a discounted streaming service.
Yeah, I was watching
funny.
a discounted streaming services that got actually literally hacked. Oops.
Oof.
Oof. Get destroyed. No, it's like, so yeah, I've watched literally every bit of, I believe, the anime so far, except for Dayama looks terrible, so I don't know if I'll watch that.
I've actually heard it's really good.
Hopefully it is.
I
But
watched
it looks terrible.
I'm watching Daima, and I could tell you, so far it's good. But it's like, it's
Weird.
good, and the fact that they're kids like actually like kind of makes sense. I thought they were gonna give a really dog shit explanation for why they were kids, but it makes sense.
So what is the explanation?
The
Or, like, too
explanation
long?
is for those of you who don't want to watch the show and want to listen to me recap it. The reason is the king of hell, the king of the demon realm, quote unquote. It's a whole thing. Was Dabura. Dabura died, so now it's some like other blue midget now.
Wasn't it
And
the guy that from Xenoverse, or Xenoverse not canon?
No.
No,
Xenoverse is canon.
No. You're thinking of Demigra.
Yeah.
Don't remember what his deal is, but he's definitely not the king of hell. He's just some fucking
Okay.
I think
guy.
he's technically like a demon
Got it.
god or something like that.
Yeah, he's some other thing. But the new king, he said he's like, I'm the king now, and then some other girl says, yeah, but you're gonna get killed just like Dabura. So he says, well, I don't want to get killed by the guys who beat Majin Buu. Aha, I will go to Earth, take the Dragon Balls, go to Earth where the people who killed Dabura live. Genius
Yeah.
plan. Fucking
Not
absolutely.
Namek 2 Electric Boogaloo, where they're not there, and also
Yeah, God.
Dragon Balls.
Yeah, God forbid they go to Namek. They go to Earth. They obtain the Dragon Balls because like they have a Namekian who can fucking / give the Dragon Balls. Long story. And
Okay.
they wish them into kids. And then Shenron says, "Okay, that's your one wish." And then the king says, "Don't I get like 3 wishes?" Shenron says, "Nah, bye." And he leaves.
What?
That's not a, no. That's, I'm only kind of joking. The Shenron
Okay.
says regulars get 3 wishes. Regulars such as Goku.
Regulars. It's like a
Literally gave them
returning
special
service.
treatment. That's
Yeah,
so
returning
funny.
Yeah,
servicers
here-
get 3.
Here's a list of regulars, by the way. Goku, Bulma, all the Z fighters, and of course the guy who resurrected Frieza. That guy's a regular.
What?
He got 3 wishes. He's a regular.
Okay. He secretly comes in there like wishes for stuff, little stuff all the time.
Yeah,
That's
he
funny.
keeps invading Earth, wishing for like a fucking 1-inch longer dick or
Well,
something.
maybe that's why the
Exactly.
Frieza Empire always has enough supplies to make more of their stupid ships.
Maybe.
It's all being wished by Shinra.
What I also love is that this is literally the beginning of GT. Where
It's
he's like,
very
"Oh,
similar.
I
Yeah.
wish you were still a kid so I could beat you easier. Even though he got his ass whipped by young Goku all the time.
Yeah.
It's like that's literally the exact same thing, except for it's all of them. Wait,
Yeah.
when you say all of them, who gets shrunk? Literally
Ooh,
everybody?
That's
Or
okay.
is it
That's a
only
good.
Goku and Vegeta?
Let me tell you the exact phrasing. Blue Demon guy. I forgot his name, so I'm gonna come up with
Okay.
the name for him. Blue
Dave.
Cock shit. Yeah, Dave.
Okay.
Dave the shit says, I wish that the guy who beat Majin Buu and all of his friends were turned into kids. Keyword all of his friends, which includes, of course, the Z Fighters, Master Roshi, Bulma,
Oh,
Chi-Chi,
Roshi.
everyone.
Okay.
Everyone who already was kids, like Goten, they get turned into babies, right?
Oh shit.
Uh,
Who's taking care of them? Is Launch coming back to take care of all these people? Is Launch a child? Because Launch was a friend.
We don't know yet. But
Okay.
they're all kids. It literally is like so like
Wait,
Android
is
18 is
Go-
now a baby. Is
is-
now a
Oh,
kid.
no.
Take care of a
What?
baby.
How does that work?
I don't know how that. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Okay, wait a
but-
minute. Pause. Is Gohan now the OG version of Gohan from Dragon Ball Z?
Gohan, did they even show Gohan on screen in Daima? I wasn't paying
I don't
attention.
If
I
they,
wasn't paying
if they
attention.
don't show
Let me look it
Gohan,
up.
wait,
Daima
is
Gohan.
Pan dead? Pan
Wait.
would not be born. Pan
Wait, hold
wouldn't
on,
even be born.
No. Pan is a baby still. That's
Okay.
how they worded. Also Gohan was not on. Yeah, okay, no, he's not OG Gohan. It's literally like how it works is they don't turn them into what they look like when they were young. It's
Turns
literally
them
like whatever they
miniature.
look like now, miniature. Like that's why Master Roshi still has like gray hair or bald. That's why Master Roshi's fucking bald.
He looks
Okay.
like
He does not have a
Krillin.
gray beard. Yeah. And that's why Krillin doesn't have hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's still bald. Now, however, here's who didn't get turned into kids. In episode 1,
Well, can I
what-
want to make a guess.
make
I
a
want to
guess.
say Yajirobe is still fully an adult.
Close.
Miss
Oh, is it
Propo.
Korin?
Korin is still an adult.
Okay.
Despite in episode 1, probably the most heavily reviewed episode in all of Daima by the editors, Whiskers the Wonder Cat is still an adult. I forgot his name.
You like just now. You just said it, Korin.
Korin, yeah, Korin. Korin is an adult. Also, Master Roshi's turtle is still an adult.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
He's not a friend.
I just
Yeah.
noticed that
He's
fucking
not a friend either.
Shin is a kid too, apparently.
Yes, Shin is also a kid.
Shin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh,
shit.
you're talking about fucking Shinron? Is Shinron a baby dragon?
No, the Supreme Kai.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Also, they undid. Also, they spend a lot of time retconning random shit. So, like,
For no reason.
yeah. Okay. Can either of you tell me how fucking Shin and what's his face unfuse in Dragon Ball Super? Like, do I do off the top of your head? Because it's definitely not the explanation they gave in Daima.
Okay, don't they? So originally they say between the gods is forever, but through mortals it's not.
That's correct.
But then they turn out that they want Supreme Kai back because everyone really liked him, so they're like, please let them split. And I think they just isn't it like we might die, we might live. Fuck it. They remove one of the earrings and then they pop out together.
I don't
Isn't that
think.
it?
No, so according to
Okay.
Reddit.com, you would think despite the fact that I watched Super twice, I'd remember this, but I
I have
don't.
to imagine it was
Reddit.com
weird.
said they made a wish to the
I knew
to
it!
Shenron off screen, right? Or at
Okay.
least that's what they fucking say in Super. Then in Daima, they ask again, like, hey, how'd you infuse? They say, oh, Majin Buu absorbed us. And Majin Buu could just do that. Majin Buu could just unfuse people. That's why
Wait,
y'all unfused.
Wait, Majin Buu absorbed Shin?
Yes, okay, so here's what happened. Shin says, you're gonna have to listen really closely for this
Got it.
one. Vegito gets absorbed by Buu and they unfuse, right? That happened in Z. I watched that part of Z. So then they say, well, what if we have Majin Buu absorb us and then we unfuse? And that is Daima's new explanation for how they unfuse, right?
That's actually
now-
very clever.
So now they're retconning that they unfuse naturally, which means that in Super when they turn Vegito in order to beat Black, they should still be Vegito
Yes,
they never
correct.
got reabsorbed.
Yes, correct. That is several retcons.
What the
They
fuck?
retconned
They
so
didn't
much.
need to do all that. By the way, like they bring Shin on screen and explain to him. They could have just not explained it. They could have very easily just had Shin there and not explained why he was there.
It had
or
already
cared.
been explained. They didn't need to. They did just like,
They-
he just have been there.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. I don't remember. They retconned several fucking things. I remember watching Daima and I said like that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. You didn't need to explain that. Another one being Shenron having like granting like only one wish, despite the fact that fucking blue hair McGee revived Frieza and then got 2 more wishes.
Yeah.
I need to
unnecessary.
hold on. I do need to express one thing, and this is
Something.
kind of sad in retaliation to the situation. This was the last bit of writing done by Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. Toriyama, I don't know how old he was when he kicked the bucket.
I think he's in
but
his
he was quite
60s.
old. He was quite old.
He was quite old, and we already knew that like his memory was not good, considering multiple characters disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh no! Even when he was in his 30s,
Yeah.
still writing Z, he forgot tons of characters.
But it
he
gets
did-
even worse in his old age, especially after what had unfortunately occurred to him later on. But you know, I want to give the guy some slack, even though yes, he retconned and then removed and changed him a lot of things with Daima. But we already know that Daima, I do not believe, is canon in any way. It's its own.
I think
like,
it's just to be a
separate thing.
chibi show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a chibi show.
Yeah, it just I
By
don't
the
know
way,
what
they
it's just
already
more
had
marketing
Dragon Ball
merchandise.
Chibi. Dragon Ball Chibi already existed.
where
So it's like, what?
Where?
where did it exist?
Yeah, it existed in Japan. There's a Dragon Ball Chibi.
Hold on, I'm
It
gonna
already
look this
exists.
up. Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Chibi.
Yeah. That's where you get the original version of Mini Vegeta. Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything about that. Dragon Ball. Was it another show?
It was like a mini series in Japan only, I think.
Huh. I'm not seeing anything in this. Let me see. All I'm seeing
not
is
seeing it.
Daima.
They probably fucking Hokkaido it from the internet.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try to be more specific on Google. I'm gonna type in like Japan only.
You think Shenron's wish affects Beerus and Whis?
Well, they're not known yet because this supposedly happened after the Boo arc.
No, wait. Does this no? Huh.
Because Pan's born, so
Yeah.
it had to be afterward.
Pan is born, which happens in Super.
But after they met, well, because the whole Pan existing is the reason they're even allowed to go Super Saiyan God in the first
Yeah, you're
place.
right,
At
they
least
would
in this
have-
version of events. So she'd already have to exist by the time they've met him.
I'm fucked up. I thought this
Yeah, wait.
happened like.
Did they
sometime
just
during
create? Did they actually literally just create another GT?
Super. Is that what this is? Is this another?
Is that what
GT?
this is? Is this another GT?
What is? What?
Is Daima just another GT? Because no, I'm almost certain that it's like.
No, because PyCon's not in it. Which PyCon's great. PyCon
Well,
should
no, I
be
know.
in it.
Of course he's great, but no, I mean
Okay.
as in like
Love PyCon.
in a full separation from the original.
Someone told me that it takes place before Broly. That's
heard
when
it-
they told me.
Okay, let me
mean,
look
that
it up.
makes
Dragon Ball.
sense.
Let's look for context clues in Daima.
When
So
does it take place?
it starts.
Yeah,
Actually, that makes
immediately
sense.
after the victory of Kid Buu in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's right. Because the plot starts is
they're
the blue
celebrating
guys
Trunks'
like
birthday.
they're like I am the new king of hell, and like why would it take him that long to figure out that
But
Dabura?
then
Yes.
how was Pan born?
They literally did another
because-
GTA situation.
Because they fuck dumbass.
Yeah,
They
they
have
fucked it up.
sex. That's how she's born.
No, but she wouldn't have been born yet in either
But
of
no,
it.
no, no, no,
If you
no,
go with
no,
the
no.
original-
You're
go with the
you're
original Dragon
thinking
Ball Z
you're
timeline,
thinking
even
too
then
much.
she wouldn't
You're
be born
thinking
yet.
too much. Your brain's too big for this conversation. Bring it down a bit. Listen,
Okay.
they pulled a GT and made a separate universe. That's what this is saying. Just
I don't
like
think
GT,
GT
directly
fits in
after.
with the original universe, by the way, so it's fine.
Wait,
Well, no,
Hey.
it's an own canon now. Directly after Boo.
I don't-
Now it
Is
is.
this
It's only
now?
for Super, yeah.
I don't think
Huh.
Pan is in Daima. I don't see her.
You're the one who
I
said that she was.
I don't remember seeing her in Daima. I think this is correct. I think it takes place after Boo, in which case Pan is not
Okay,
born.
then, well, she's
Okay,
not.
then
She's
maybe
not
it
there,
is
then
still.
fine.
There's a
Wait.
chance.
Wait, if Gohan is shrunk down, is Videl considered a friend? Is Videl even in the series? She should be if it's after Boo, because she's a very prominent character in the Boo arc.
So it doesn't show her. That's right. In Daima, it shows Gohan, does not show Videl. Like I'm sure Videl is
Yeah.
somewhere off screen. It does not. It doesn't show her though.
Just being a
I
child.
think it was. I think it
somewhere.
was just like a quick flash to the characters who transformed, and then that was
Now that I
it.
think about it, hold on.
Oh wait.
How
it
many
doesn't-
episodes are out?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna send this picture to you guys so you all can see this.
Okay.
this is a picture of like I think all the characters who are transformed, or at least most of the characters, and it's a fun image. Obviously, the main ones are missing, but you can see a lot of the side characters who transformed. And I just can't help but love Popo on the side.
Yeah.
But notice he has horns.
Yeah, he has horns.
This is effectively them saying he is a demon. That's very weird.
I thought it was a genie.
Well, that's what. No, he is. He's supposed to be a genie or a djinn or whatever. But what's with the horns?
Okay.
They suit him well.
They
Well,
do. I actually like this cuteness.
Well, and I know that what you said, it's supposed to be like them currently shrunk down, essentially. But I like we have what young Chi-Chi looks like, and that's completely different. Like it's like she doesn't even look remotely the same.
I like
That's
Master
her
Roshi
dad.
though.
That's her dad back there too.
It is.
So her dad is not the same age as she is.
So
Also,
I think how it works is like I don't know, like they shrunk them. Like they shouldn't have even said young. They should have said I wish they were shrunk, because that's what's happening here.
But,
also, Bulma's not in this picture. How is Bulma not in the show?
No, she is. Again, this is just some of the people. There's more images.
She's right there.
Good.
Bulma's in the picture. She's on top of Yamcha's head.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There you go. I forget the cat's name. I actually don't know.
Puar.
Oh, God.
Puar,
Okay, wait. So
it is Puar.
Puar. That's
Puar,
funny.
who is also not a friend because he looks the same age.
Oof.
That's
Isn't
funny,
Puar
actually.
a girl?
Puar's a he. I'm 28% sure Puar's a he.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense because
I was talking with my sister about like, cause she's watching it too, and I told her like, okay, so Puar not shrunk, Corin not shrunk, Turtle not shrunk. So we said maybe it doesn't work on animals, but there's Mr. Pig right there.
Yep,
He's a kid.
Pig.
So confirmed, Corin is not Goku's friend.
yeah,
Nope.
Puar's not a friend. Oh, Puar's literally been there since episode 5 of Dragon Ball.
That's funny.
And Puar's not a friend. Puar saved the world, and Puar's not a friend.
Yeah,
Puar's not a
neither
friend.
Corin's not a friend. Turtle's not a friend. Puar's not a friend.
Corin, who's literally saved the world multiple times through senso beans alone, is not a friend.
No, why wouldn't he? No, definitely not.
Get fucked. Okay, is Piccolo in this? Please, Piccolo
He
has
is,
to be
he
this,
is.
right? So how does it do him? How does does it do?
It
from
literally
the
just looks like a smaller him. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, but no, I'm not like that. I'm saying like, now that he's shrunk, does he defuse? Is he a OG Piccolo, or is he the 8 different people?
No. Not only is he not defused, but so fucking Shin is talking about some demon Namekian, long story, and Piccolo interrupts and says, "Oh yeah, that Namekian. I know that Namekian." And I'm thinking, "No, you fucking don't. You're on Earth the whole time, idiot."
Yeah. Unless he's pulling memories from the other one.
From Nail.
Yeah.
Okay, Kami might actually know about the demon Namekian or whatever.
Maybe that's so stretching it, because even Kami was a child when he came to Earth.
Huh. Kami was a child. Yeah, I heard that scene and I thought, like, I don't think Piccolo knows that guy. I don't think anyone who Piccolo talked to also knew that guy.
Unless you're doing Lord Slug, because Lord Slug was like connected to Kami in some way.
That's funny. Lord Slug.
Oh, what? That movie's great. I love Lord Slug.
I think he's funny, but I only honestly think he was interesting in the fucking abridged. Not even because of him, even though I do love the reuse of the squeaky Goku thing. That's funny. But no, just I love his minions trying to fight Piccolo.
Yeah, Stone Cold Steve
I'll
Austin.
get him this time. Don't worry. How you doing?
Oh, are you Batman?
Oh, hi. It's so funny.
I love you, Space Jesus.
I need to rewatch a lot of Abridged again because it was so funny. I think honestly the movies are where they really kicked off a lot of the time.
Let's do a watch party. It'd be great.
I rewatched all of Team 4 Star while I was at work. I was bored off my ass.
Damn.
There you go.
Yeah. I was that bored, and I definitely think they were like, the movies are slightly better because they weren't trying. Like, they didn't give a shit if it was canon or not. So they were just like making whatever up.
No, I saw this one guy who's like a normal theorist for Dragon Ball and other stuff. But one thing he was like, the original, if you go through all of the movies in release order, they actually follow the exact same timeline as the original series, but just alternate versions. Like Turtles is first, and he goes, Turtles is the replacement for Raditz. It's literally the exact same thing. It's the Saiyan arc, except for it's Turtles and his cronies instead.
What about?
And then when you go second, What?
Who's a Broly mimic?
We'll get there in a second.
Okay.
So second is Cooler, who is then now the replacement. No, actually, I think there's one in between, but then I forget who that one is. No, I think that's where Lord Slud comes in, somewhere in there. And then they get Freezer, who's Freezer. He's
Nice.
fucking abridged.
Alright,
You get Cooler, who's replacing Frieza. Then you get the androids, the android movie where you get Super.
My trucker hat.
My trucker hat.
Trucker hat.
So he replaces Cell, and then I think Broly replaces Boo, which isn't 1-to-1. I
It's
know.
also-
but I think
there's-
that's like the closest you get.
There's also actually Janimba, and then you also have what the fuck is it? It's the one with the red guy with the green gems on his arm and head. Can't remember his
Red guy?
name.
The Lord of Christmas.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Well, no. What's funny is, isn't that one made for? Wasn't that made for Raging Blast?
I don't remember. I literally do not remember what the
Okay.
fuck that
so
one was about.
the first time I watched that is in Raging Blast. If you unlock all the characters, you unlock that episode and you get to watch it. Like it's a special episode, I think, for the game.
Oh, we're also forgetting our piratey friends.
Yar.
Yar!
He never got released in T4 Star.
No, he didn't, because they literally did not like his movie.
Which
Which is sad.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name, actually?
Bojack.
Bojack, yeah.
Oh, they mentioned BoJack, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
They mentioned him, but yes, but he doesn't actually show up. They don't have a movie of him.
To be fair, BoJack, like,
Not an
it's literally
amazing
just a cell
story.
arc. It's just a cell arc again with like Gohan be like, I don't know if I could
It's
do
very
it. And then
similar.
Goku's like, you can do it. And he's like, I don't know if I can do
Also-
it. He's like, you can do it, and then he does it.
This is my personal headcanon, but I'm almost certain he's inspired by Ganondorf.
Maybe.
There is a
Bojack.
lot of similarities to his design.
I don't know Ganondorf enough.
You don't care.
I don't.
I've never
see
played a Legend of Zelda game.
That's
I've
fine.
never
No, I
played
understand.
one.
it. I see it now. Never mind.
I don't see it. I assume you looked it up. I see it.
I see it now. I know exactly what you're
He
talking
didn't see it in
about.
his brain, but then when he saw it outright, he's like, okay.
Yeah,
No,
I get it. I get
here,
it.
I'll help. I will help. Kelly in this sense. Anyways, keep talking.
For
you know
those
what?
of you who don't know me, I only consume Dragon Ball media. I couldn't tell you anything about the Iranian Missile Crisis or who's running for president, but I can tell you, like 78% of everything that happens in Dragon Ball.
I can guarantee you know at least one person running for president.
That's
But
funny.
doesn't
Yep.
matter.
That's
Yeah, exactly. No,
actually a very good image.
there you go. So to kind of switch up a little bit to go back to the Halloween theme, which I don't think Dragon Ball ever does a Halloween episode. I mean, obviously Team 4-Star did, but actually, never did.
Yeah, they had cat.
episodes.
They had Cat Goku.
Oh god. Oh god. You had to
Yeah.
remind me of that shit. No. No. So what? To at least temporarily shift off of Dragon Ball. Do you watch any scary movies? And if you do, what is your favorite?
I don't watch scary movies, not because I'm scared by them, but because they're. I don't like movies. I don't like watching movies made by Hollywood. I think they're quite lackluster.
Not even like older movies.
Not
like,
even older
you what-
movies. The few I've watched I liked. One that I liked was A Quiet Place, not because it was like scary, but because I just liked the premise.
Okay.
That's the one where they like had to be quiet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of movies, because of monsters.
That's the one.
The quiet place. Is that the one where you have to be quiet in their place? Yeah. I think it is.
I didn't watch it that many times. I had to double check.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that one. I watched a movie recently with Maddie that was they were in a terrorist cave and there was like spooky monsters in it.
I think is that just Iron Man 1? I think you're just talking about Iron Man 1.
So it's a movie about I think I'm like 28% sure it's a real place in Paris. The Paris tunnels. Is this real?
The catacombs, Paris catacombs, yes.
The Paris catacombs. It was a movie about the Paris catacombs.
Okay.
And it was a good spooky movie. I won't spoil anything, but I liked it. And that's probably only because I don't watch any scary movies. So I was going to like any of them I watched.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Cody, do you have any favorite
So
scary movies?
when it comes to scary movies, I actually do not like scary movies, and not for the same reason of Cameron. It is
He does get spooked.
I do get spooked. I am not a huge fan of horror stuff, but I would say that's more past me. I still don't like the movies, but I'm more fine with playing the video games. An example of that obviously would be Outlast. I've seen all of Outlast, and I fucking
I
love
played
that
Outlast
series. But
recently.
also that series fucked me up.
Yeah.
But and when it comes to what I have watched, hold on, my voice is going out. When it comes to what I have watched, I've watched all of the traditional ones, like the original, like Chucky, or what the fuck is it, the Friday on Elm Street.
Friday on Elm Street.
I don't remember the movie names.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on
Friday
Elm
the
Street.
13th.
Friday the 13th.
Friday
Yes,
the
those
13th.
ones. I mixed them. Well, that makes sense because
And
they do
the
have one that
appropriately
they
named
mix.
Halloween.
Yeah. But out of my favorites, the one that I remember the most is the original Jeepers Creepers.
Oh yes.
I loved the
Pedophiles.
original Jeepers Creepers. I didn't find that one scary. I just found it awesome because I loved the lore of that creature, where it's just
Yeah.
like he can like he cannot be killed. He can only be postponed, which I love that ideology.
Do you like
Because
it
like
as well for the same reason?
huh?
Do you like it for the same reason?
Kind of. I do find it fun, more funny than anything. But
Yeah.
for the reason I like what the fuck is it? Jeepers Creepers more is because of the preparations many people have gone through to like fucking, as I said before, postpone him. At the end of, I believe, the first movie, it might even be in the second, I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was the first. They managed to defeat him with this specialized weapon, that like this dagger that is specifically designed to put him to sleep for like a set amount of time. And what the guy does is he literally dismembers him and then strings him up on top of a barn. So he's out of the way of everyone. He is far off in some like nowhere land, and he is just completely secured. Obviously, he escapes at some point, but I just love that that's the fucking level they're willing to go to prevent this guy from doing the shit. And what's even funnier to me about this is we know it doesn't work. There's another movie about it, but what's cool about him specifically is the way he deals with his regeneration. I love it. His regeneration isn't one of those instantaneous things. It's a situation of borrowing what he has lost. In the movie, his head is ripped off, and he is headless for like most of the movie, or not most of the movie, for like a good portion of like the bus scene. And he's fighting his way into the bus to try and get one of the kids who's afraid of him, because that's like his whole shtick. If you are afraid of him, then he will eat you. And when he gets to the kid in the bus, he rips open the top of the bus, grabs the kid down, and all you see is his wings, like covering the kid, and you see his feet kicking out and about. And then whenever the wings disappear, and he pulls himself back up, the body still remains, but you see the headless kid like punching in his air like a fucking chicken. And then when he comes back, his head morphs into Jeepers Creepers' head, because that's just what he does. He steals your body part to fix his own. I love that concept.
Okay.
It's so fucking metal.
All right. Yeah.
But yes, there's my little spiel on Jeepers Creepers.
I watched all the classics, pretty much all of them, really. And I gotta say, for the most part, like I don't really find a lot of scary movies to be scary, because a lot of them are very predictable with their variants of scary. But there are certain ones I find more interesting. And for me, honestly, one of the greatest films of all time, I think, is Train to Busan. Now, it's a very light scary movie because it's a zombie scary movie, so, it's kind of that.
I don't think
And
I've heard of that one.
It's South Korean, so that's probably why.
That's why.
But honestly, my parents, who hate the idea of reading subtitles, they love the movie. I eventually got them to watch it, and they're like, they still watch it, like, occasionally, they'll turn it on. And
That's
it's
interesting.
literally one of the best films ever, especially that of a foreign film. And it's so good. But the difference is that it's a lot more story based. Like, it's a lot more, like, if you had to pay attention. Like,
Yeah.
every scene matters, because if it if it can be brought back, it will be brought back, kind of thing. Like, it's very smart with what it does. So it's very loose with the term horror, but it is technically the horror genre because zombies and all that kind of stuff. So that I would say is my favorite. But it's just a lot of it's kind of overplayed. Like recently, I've been playing, like you mentioned, playing through Outlast. I did play it through Outlast, but also I've been playing through Alien Isolation. It was great, except for Ellen Ripley.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I have to hold on. I have to break you for a moment, because I broke you on the audio. I'm a dumbass. I accidentally muted you instead of muting myself when I coughed. So could you repeat your Alien Isolation speech?
How far did I get muted?
I don't remember. It wasn't that much, but I'd say repeat the Alien Isolation tidbit about the Marvel thing. I apologize.
so-
This is my fault. I'm trying to get.
I've been playing through Alien Isolation, and doing that, it reminded me a lot of the movies, and I remember mostly the first one. The sequels I did watch, but I don't remember a lot of them. And it made me think of a lot, because I like writing, I like movies. I do like, generally, I don't watch a lot of movies. That's me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But nowadays, you have a lot of people that like will watch or see that Captain Marvel or movies like that don't do so well, and they blame it all on sexist people who can't believe that a female could be the main character. And it's always like, yeah, back in the 70s, Ellen Ripley was the main character, and everyone thought that was a bad fucking act.
Like, not to mention the original like Resident Evil movies as well.
I mean,
as though they were disliked to an extent, they were also really liked.
Good movies.
They are fucking fun to watch though.
They're fun to watch, no doubt, but they're not good movies.
No, but that regardless though, that was still a really good female lead.
Or if you want to get if you're talking about anything, Sarah Connor in Terminator, everyone loved her. The multiple variants of her as well, because a different actress played her every single time, I think. But no. So it's like, specifically with Alien Isolation, which you play as the daughter of Ellen Ripley. If you didn't know that, you do, which I think is pretty cool because that means it takes place between the first and second movies. And no, it's just like you never had that problem because they're written well. You like Ellen Ripley, and Ellen Ripley doesn't just beat up the alien; she has to outsmart the alien. And in this game, you're weak as hell. Everything can kill you in like 2 shots. It's just you have to be smart and go around it. So we'll say the stealth element in that game could use some work, but overall, and the good news is that they just announced a sequel 10 years later. Not a joke. They literally just did that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been pretty cool, and I've really I liked the game, and it made me like I said, think about that kind of stuff where people just want there to be problems. I feel like in the world.
Yeah. No.
They just gotta create issues.
Have you ever heard of this place? It's generally really bad to go to for problems. It's called Twitter. Or sorry, X. Yeah, that.
Or Reddit.
No, it's Twitter. You right the first time.
Yeah.
No, just people with a lot of crazy ass opinions, like the fact that Superman could beat Goku.
All right. Don't fucking fine. We're gonna get into this.
You should.
We're gonna get into this. Because Cameron, I need you to understand. Now you're in a really bad situation because I know about Superman to an extent. This guy, on the other hand, he knows a lot about Superman.
What, you, Kelly? Kelly?
I follow a lot of DC comics.
I'm more of a Marvel person, so he's a bit more professional with this.
Yeah, I won't say. I will say I distinctly do not like Superman, so that's gonna hurt us a little bit. But I do know about Superman.
I'm the biggest Superman hater known to man, and I think he'd win.
Right.
Because of hacks. Because of the let me explain this.
We have to pick a variant of Superman, right? Because if you just go every Superman ever.
Right, here we go. He's doing this. This is the fun part.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Because of the way Death Paddle did it, because of a technicality where yes, they are combining Superman because fucking DC just doesn't care anymore. Their writers just fucking spend all day masturbating. They combined all the Superman. They said, yes, we are the DC writers, and now all the Superman, they are now one Superman, and this is the guy that we are going to write stories with, right? And Death Battle said, okay, yeah, we're gonna yep, that guy could beat Superman. The other 500 Superman that existed throughout history, nope, they couldn't beat Goku, but this one can. And that's where I'm at. I think that the fucking hacksaw Superman that the DC writers thrust into existence could beat Goku.
I will layer on something. There are very, very, very few Supermen who can actually beat Goku. And I mean that very literally. Very few. The only ones I think who stand a chance, for the most part, are stupid with how they get that strong. The first one I'll get off is one that's not even actually Superman. It is two Supermen put together.
Yeah.
I believe it's called Cosmic Superman. I may be wrong about this, but he's a Superman that he's basically like a giant robot thing or something like that. But he has two very different colored eyes, but he was designed to defeat, I believe, one of the monitors.
Sex Luthor.
Sure. But with that Superman, he does not count because guess what? As I said before, that's not just the normal Superman. That's also a combined version of other ones. If that was the case, I could have said, oh, then Vegeta would also have the power of Goku and all that shit. That doesn't work. So that Superman's out of the way.
Additionally,
Vegeta's a different guy.
I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying with this other Superman.
But
It's not one of the same one.
Additionally, you'd also have to take out something like Superboy Prime, because that's not Clark Kent.
It's not.
So that's assuming that we're only meaning Clark Kent.
If we're doing only Clark Kent, this is the interesting situation, because there's only one Superman out of the entire Clark Kent line that I believe might be able to be beat Goku. And that is Superman, I think it's like 10 million or something like that. Or Millennial Superman or something like that.
I think you're talking about Ben 10 right there.
Yeah, I think I was kind of going into that one.
There is a version that's really stupid of Clark Kent.
Okay, let me say this. If Toriyama was still with us, and in his dying breath, he said, I'm bored of writing Dragon Ball Super. Goku and Vegeta fuse forever. And now there is no Goku, there's no Vegeta, there's only Gogeta. Then I would say, okay, that guy would beat Superman. But that didn't happen. We have the Hacksaw Superman.
Well, here's the issue with it, is like on an average, 90% of Supermen are slower than the Flash, right?
Completely agree, yes.
Okay. The Flash is not light speed. He's very, very close, but he's not light speed.
Is he not?
I don't believe so. I think he's like just shy.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Rather, okay, let me rephrase. He's not instantaneous with his speed. There is still travel time. Goku has no travel time. He is instantaneous anywhere in the entire universe, including inside of Clark Kent.
Now hold on. Are we talking about? Okay. I'll get to that. I'll get to that last two words in a second. Inside Clark Kent. So like, are we talking about the instant transmission?
Yes.
He has to turn that on though. Like he doesn't have instant reaction time. You know, like he still has to like turn it on.
Well, if you're going with the strongest version of Goku, he does have instant reaction time.
Yeah.
Ultra Instinct?
Yes.
Pure Ultra Instinct is instantaneous.
Instantaneous reaction mixed with something maybe like, I don't know, instant transmission means he can't even get hit, even if he was trying to get hit. So, and also, just so everyone can really get this one down, you remember the biggest thing they always used to kill Goku in those fights is the laser beam through the head thing. That doesn't work anymore because he can't even aim it at him.
That happened once.
I know, but that's like their biggest argument against him. Is like at the end of the day, he could lobotomize him at like an instant.
No, it wasn't.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying is in most arguments with Superman, that is the insta-kill Goku technique, right?
What, like where?
Where they just lobotomize him.
On forums online, like who said this where?
In general, like in Reddits and such.
They
would just lobotomize him.
I never
the
saw
general
those
thing.
ones, but I do agree that I don't think that would work.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly, that makes
no sense.
Like literally, the one thing that Goku fights all the time is the thing that kills him. Doubtful. Like, a laser beam made of plasma versus his beam of plasma coming out of his hands. It's like, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Now you might be able to catch him off guard and like maybe do something with that, but that's literally what he takes on a daily.
Yeah, so, Goku does that all the time. Like, he would be better off throwing something else at him, like a planet.
Exactly.
I also want to state something real quick. Let's get to this in a stat situation so we can understand the difference between the two characters that people don't seem to understand. I'll start with honestly the one I know the most, which is Goku in this sense, because this is one I'm curious to what your reaction is, Cameron.
Which you? Me?
Cameron specifically. Cameron went in dark mode on Discord. So listen.
I got tired of looking at the blinding light of God.
That's fine. Okay, so when it comes to Goku's strength feat, when he was originally using Mastered Ultra Instinct, and mind you, this was before he had truly had time to like use this technique. He was going one-on-one with Jiren, and their hits were shaking a dimension of infinite space.
Uh-huh.
How the fuck do you do that? If you're in a dimension of infinite space. They were just doing that casually.
Well, how do you know they were shaking the whole thing and not like the nearest 20
Because
miles?
the guy who created it said it.
The guy, well, I fucking built this
Grand-
computer. I don't
well,
know what's
no.
happening to it.
The Grand Priest himself is a dude who legitimately built this. He knows the universe. He would, like, if he said that type of fact, that's not just him joking. That's him stating, oh, they're this strong right now. And I will state, notice he's not too surprised by this, because that shows you how strong he is.
Cody.
I would say that the only asterisk to all of this is that both of them are too absurdly strong and they're both
Yes,
stupid.
but
now.
I'm not done yet. Because that was before the manga stuff started happening, where you get Gas, who at the time was stated to have wished to be the strongest in the universe. And in that situation, Goku kept surpassing him only for his wish to keep coming back and buffing him again. So through that entire fight, Goku was constantly surpassing the quote-unquote strongest in the universe.
Uh-huh.
And it got to a point where even Vegeta was doing the same thing, where Gas, like, Vegeta was attacking Gas so much that he legit almost shit himself. He was scared that Vegeta kept getting back up, and he was like, he's still alive? I'm gonna die if I don't do anything. They literally said shit like that. It was so good, but that shows you how strong they are to a man at the time who had the peak of power. And again, that is stronger than, at the time, how strong Goku was during the Tournament of Power. Because as stated, he wished to be stronger than the strongest in the universe. Which means he would have been far above Goku. Oh, it totally is. But it came with a horrendous backdraw. Literally, dude sacrificed strength for age. That's horrible. And he would constantly do that. But that's like the level of strength you're looking at right there with that. So like that scale just keeps going up. For people who want a really good understanding of that, if you've ever watched or read the recent, not really recent, but a while back, the Saitama fight with Garo, where they showed a graph of how Saitama's strength develops in comparison to a person who has a similar ability to his, that's actually pretty damn accurate to how Goku himself develops. In that sense where as he fights, with this new power he is still learning to use, he incredibly so gets stronger.
Well, the thing is, for both of them, it's does he need to get stronger? He is stronger. That's how it's always been for both of them. But what's weird is you still get Goku getting flattened occasionally, and you still get Superman a lot just getting absolutely decimated and ripped apart by Darkseid, only for him to be like, you know what, I should probably turn on Jets now, and then he just stands up and absolutely obliterates him. So it's like the answer is they probably wouldn't fight each other in the first place, and if they did, it'd probably be a draw.
I think strength-wise, they'd be similar. I don't know who would be above the other because we haven't seen like the max of Goku and we haven't seen the max of Superman.
Cody, if you feel this strongly, why did you never like even watch Goku versus Superman? So that because like I'm hearing this, right? I want to believe you. I want to believe you.
Okay, no, I'll give you my reason. Because they're still not doing a legit Superman versus Goku. Because you told me no. You told me they still combined Superman, right?
Yes. No.
Then it's not legit.
The DC writers combined Superman. If Toriyama fucking said Goku and Vegeta are now permanently fused, you would say, oh yeah, Gogeta would beat Superman, and then I would say no, but we're talking about Goku versus Superman.
But no, but what I'm saying is because they are still Team 4-Star, not Team 4-Star, sorry, wrong people. Because the Team Death Battle is still fusing Superman, but not doing that to Goku, then it doesn't count. Because at that pace, because get this, hold on. A lot of those Supermen that they fuse together, I guarantee you, are not canon anymore.
Kiss.
They're just straight up not canon anymore. And if at that point, then you could just say any of the random bullshit Gokus that anyone in the universe has created. Goku with Super Saiyan 5 is canon now. And you can fuse him with Goku. No, it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. But just because it's not canon means it's a fan situation now.
But DC wrote it. They literally wrote it.
Yes, they wrote it, but because it's not canon, that means you can't use it.
Okay.
In an
now, hold
actual
on.
fight,
No,
because it's not
I'm-
canon, you can't
I'm
use it
starting
anymore.
I'm starting to see where you're coming from. You're implying that fucking the combined Superman are some fucking GT situation where some other fucking nanny combined the Superman. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm
That's
saying
what
is
he's
the,
saying, yeah.
the only Supermen they can legitimately use are ones that from his timeline, not his other universes. His
Okay.
timeline. The only Superman who is that strong is the one who literally becomes golden, just shines golden light because he baked in the sun for 10 million years.
That guy would obviously win because he baked in the sun for 10 million years.
That is the only Superman I am willing to say could beat Goku. The only one. And I want you to remember, that is because he baked in the sun for 10 million years. That's like saying we threw Goku in the time chamber for that same amount of time to train. And he came out ridiculously strong because of it. So logically, that version of Superman, you can use in a fight still because it is still Superman, but you generally will not, because the Superman that people are most commonly known for is the one that's still coming out today. The one that is still has a canon line. The one that was in such things as a dark metal. That Superman is still really strong, but he is still not Ultra Instinct, Goku, whatever the fuck it is now,
He also
strong.
gets beat by Batman, by the
And
way.
he gets beat by Batman multiple times.
Like,
Now,
Goku gets beat
to
by
be
Batman?
fair, no Superman, but I do think that Batman would absolutely body Goku too. So
What?
Batman with like 58 minutes of prep time.
yeah, would absolutely body both of them. So
Here's my only thing. Like, if he can,
that's not even a joke. I genuinely believe that.
I think he can only do that if he.
No joke, 100%. He would.
Okay, we've had this conversation before, but he
No,
has
I
to have
haven't.
prep time to beat anybody. No, not with you.
no.
I mean the other thing.
I haven't. Okay, Kelly, short synopsis of why Batman will win. I was under the impression that he couldn't throw a planet.
Well, here's the thing: is it one? He actually has. Two, yeah, it's stupid. Which is gonna be the answer to a lot of this. Is it's really fucking stupid.
Okay.
But like, you have a lot of people. Like, one, he has a contingency plan to beat the Flash. The Flash is damn near fucking instant light speed at this point, and he still fucking stops him dead in his tracks and puts him on his
Okay, well,
ass.
hold on though. We're getting back to that one original point we had. I think whenever we were talking with Quinn, which is you're giving him prep time. Don't do that. He doesn't have that. He doesn't know Goku.
Okay, doesn't know
No, but here's the
Goku
thing,
tears.
is that well, now here's the thing. Here's the
Prep
problem.
time
If
isn't
you're
a
saying that-
superpower. It's a privilege. Don't give him
No,
that.
but here's the problem is, and this is what I was getting with Quinn, and Quinn never understood this, is if you start adding things that isn't who they are as an entity, then now it's like Goku wouldn't fight Batman because he had no desire to fight Batman. Now, there are reasons why Batman would absolutely fight Goku. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, putting the entire universe at risk for no reason.
Multiple times.
That's multiple times. It's like that you know, that's pretty big. But like they wouldn't fight in the first place. So that would be your answer. If you're saying that they just showed up one day and are like throw fisticuffs for no reason, it's like, okay.
Well, that's
it would
how
never
you do a
happen.
death battle.
Oh yeah, like
They have
like,
no
That's not how they do
connection.
that battle.
That is exactly how you do a death battle. What are you talking
That's how-
about?
I've watched
No,
that battle.
I-
That's how they do it.
That's
I like
that.
I like the death battles where they get the two guys and they both like, hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, good. And then they say KO. That's right. Neither of these guys can actually fight.
That'd actually be pretty good. But no,
I would love an
no,
episode like that.
no. But I'm saying like when they did. Well, here's what's really stupid. I fucking hate this in Death Battle. Is they do a lot of 50-50 booking for no reason. So like in one, they had Batman versus Captain America. Where in that they say that Captain America could never get around Batman's intelligence that he already know how to beat him. So even they gave Batman prep time. In a situation that you just said they would never do that, they did it anyway. So
I'm not
even
talking
to them,
about
it's
death battle the
impossible to do
people.
it.
I'm talking about an actual death battle where the people meet for the first time and they throw fisticuffs to kill each other. That's it.
I have a
That is what a death battle
I have-
truly is. Continue,
I'm
Cameron.
raising my hand. I have a question.
Go for it.
Okay. So like,
This is fun.
Batman beats up the Flash. Are you implying that Batman just fucking has Ultra Instinct and would like deck Goku shit? Like, I still don't understand how why doesn't
No.
Batman just like Ultra Instinct fucking rip Joker's anus from the inside out and fucking throw him in the jail cell?
Because Batman doesn't kill. That's the only answer I can give you.
he could like Ultra Instinct fucking punch him 1,000,001 times, but then the 1,000,002nd punch would kill him. So I'm not gonna do that.
Wait a
Exactly.
second. Wait a second. Batman doesn't kill, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you were using Death Battle as like, oh, they don't do that.
No,
But they
you
had
were,
they
not me.
had well, no, I wasn't saying Death Battle. I was saying the idea of a Death Battle. But before, they had Batman kill Captain America. So what you gotta say about that?
Is that they were wrong.
Okay, but in the laws of
It
Death
should've
Battle, that's actually
Well,
very accurate.
Actually, in Death Battle, they say KO, which means knockout, not kill.
Well, no,
So,
but they very
incorrect.
strictly show him being killed.
I'm not saying that they don't. I agree,
That's-
which they should have done. They should have
Okay,
had him knock
then
out.
let me
knock
simmer
out
us down
because
here.
That would have been it.
In the rules of an actual Death Battle, where they appear and they fight and one of them dies, Goku wins.
But they have to be themselves. They have to actually.
They can
exist
be them.
as they
No,
are.
in a Death Battle, all that is gone. That's just not how that works. Because then, what's the point of it being called a Death Battle? It would just be called a battle. A death battle is to the death. One must die, one must live. That is it.
But they don't.
A death battle is purely based on their fighting
And I know-
abilities. That is it.
And I know that Death Battle, the channel, isn't exactly what you're trying to get at. But
No, I'm
they
just
don't-
saying,
but in
just the idea of
in
an actual death battle.
I know, but in the Dragonborn versus the main character from Dark
Dragonborn.
Souls.
Dragonborn.
Did you say Dragon Ball versus Dark Souls?
What?
Yeah, that's one of them.
What? Dragon
Yeah,
Ball
they do
versus
that.
Dark Souls?
Hold
Dragon,
on.
you idiot.
Oh, Dragonborn. No, that's what I thought I heard the
Yeah,
first time. Now
like,
Cameron
I
had me
know
like back it up a
Dragonborn.
bit.
I was silent. I was like, we're talking about Dragon Ball. He said Dragon Ball. He clearly meant to say Dragon Ball, but no, you meant to say Dragon Ball. That was my mistake.
Yeah. No, but in their
Autism.
death battle between the Dragonborn and the main character from Dark Souls, the ending is the guy from Dark Souls rage quits, so he doesn't actually die.
Rage.
So it's like he does. So it's
That's
like he doesn't
funny.
actually die. So that's not a death battle. By
Again.
your definition, that cannot be a death battle. So
I
they're
never.
wrong.
Okay, but again, you keep comparing me to the actual death battle system when I've said you
Because
multiple
that's what
times.
you were doing in the first place.
No, it
We
wasn't.
had this entire
No, it
conversation.
wasn't.
We're
You
talking about
keep-
death battle. Because he's
I could literally-
Superman
okay.
and Goku for death battle.
Not in the actual fucking YouTube channel. Not once did I said they're in the YouTube channel. I said in an actual death battle. I can literally, me and editing, go back, prove him wrong, then come back and laugh at him. I'm not talking about death battle of the people. I'm talking about an actual death battle where the people meet for the first time and they throw fisticuffs to kill each other. That's it.
And the entire time that we've had this conversation,
I even earlier just broke it down for you in a death battle, which is to the death. One win, one dies. That's it. That's it.
We're talking about Goku versus Superman death battle.
I was meaning an actual death battle is the issue, though. I was meaning an actual death battle. I'm not meaning the company. I don't give a shit about the company. They're wrong on almost all of their death battles. I meant an actual death battle.
You kept bringing them up. You brought them up like 4
Yeah, because they were the greatest example of how to do it wrong.
Thor versus Barbie, fight.
Okay. But to my point with how wrong they are, they do Batman versus Captain America, who Batman would absolutely destroy Captain America, so they were right there. But then they turn around and have Winter Soldier versus the Red Hood and have Winter Soldier win. But Winter Soldier is the exact same as Captain America, and Red Hood is the exact same as Batman. So how does he beat the guy that's already been beaten by the better version of each other? That makes no sense. Like that does not.
now
It's
hold
50-50 booking. They didn't want to make
wait,
anybody
wait.
else mad, so they went like,
No.
fine, Red Hood can lose this one.
I know this one. I know this
Good
one.
lord.
It's the same reason Ginyu couldn't be Goku. He didn't know his techniques.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
if that's
Yeah.
what I'd be adding prep time, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, it's like that was equally as stupid. I hated that one.
No,
But,
I think their stupidest one for me, at least, and I will say this a lot, is Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. We've had this argument before. I'm not doing this one again. But that one, I have watched many videos on just that entire fight alone. It's almost everyone I've seen is just like, why did they do this so wrong?
Green Lantern would win. Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. And we've had this conversation. You know why he wouldn't.
No, you would.
No, again, it's impossible. Just don't even. We're not doing this. But anyways, he would not. So, moving on from this conversation, because this has just been turning back into pitchforks being raised at each other.
Yeah.
I think it's game time.
Yeah. So I came up with the one for this week, and I want you guys to give us your what ifs. So give us your favorite what if scenarios, and then have the other two do a little bit of their interpretation of it. And you in the comments, give us your favorite what ifs down
Okay,
below.
so I want to preface this real fast so I can understand. This is about anything we want, right? We say, what if this person is
It
whatever.
can be a popular what if, or it can be one that you think of yourself. It can be
I'll go.
weird.
Can I go first?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
What if your hand was stuck in a pickle jar?
I would try to get it out.
How?
I would. Wait, is there okay? Is it an empty pickle jar, or there's still like pickled brine in the jar?
There's some there's a little bit of pickle brine and one pickle that you have your hand wrapped around, but you can't let go of the pickle because you really want it.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
wait, I really want it, so I can't like squeeze the pickle.
No,
at
you
all.
can't. You can't squeeze the pickle
I have
because then
I have to keep the pickle intact.
The pickle has to be kept intact.
So
because
my
you're hungry.
pickle, wink wink, my pickle,
Oh,
my
God.
cylinder is stuck. My cylinder is stuck in the jar, and I need to carefully fashion it out without harming the cylinder, the pickle, in any capacity.
That's correct, and you can't let
So-
go.
I would like swish around the brine, get it into the tip of the pickle, and I would try to like slither it out slowly.
And with your hand wrapped around it, right?
Yeah. So like it would be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but like I gotta like just slowly back and forth, like wiggle out of it.
Back and forth motion with the pickle.
Now, is there a there's nothing extra with the pickle. It's just the pickle itself. It's just the
There's some
shaft
mayonnaise. There's some
of the
mayonnaise in the
pickle.
jar too.
What?
Okay, but
That's
there's
gross.
not any like there's no like, cherries in there or
Can
whatever.
I give my answer? I
there's-
have a great answer for this.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, go.
I slam the jar against the ground and take the pickle out of the remains of the glass.
Wrong. That is
No,
the wrong answer.
That's exactly how you do it.
That is
Just
the wrong answer. You do not understand. You do not understand how much I do not want to injure this pickle.
you don't have to. You
My
just put the pickle
my
more in your hand and
my
then
cylinder-
slam it. You
My
can even grab
cylinder
another
is-
hammer or
my
something outside and
cylinder-
just slam the fucking jar.
My cylinder is way too precious to me in order to
It's-
risk it on cutting glass.
He never
It's
said
simply
he
too
never.
fragile.
No, he never said that the jar was precious. He said just the pickle.
I know, but I'm not. No, but my pickle, my cylinder
Yeah.
is way too valuable to me in order to get it cut up by glass.
Yeah, like we really don't want to risk a single glass shard hitting that pickle. Like
No,
even
I
like
would not. That's why I
even
would
if-
cup.
even if, like,
I would carefully cup the pickle in my hand and I would slam it on the ground.
You would hope the pickle would shrink a bit in your hand and like cup around it.
Just gonna cup. Well, I have a big fucking hand, so if my hand is inside a pickle jar,
I thought you were gonna say I have a big
that
fucking
pickle is in my hand, right?
I did. I thought you were gonna. I got a big fucking pickle.
No, I'm not that endowed. Also, Bird is very
okay.
angry right now because I'm talking about the pickle.
well, let's listen. How would they get their hand out of a pickle jar?
How would you get a hand out of your pickle jar?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's not a difference.
Oh,
Okay.
Insightful.
I didn't
Any
think
other
about
thing you'd
that.
like to say? All right. Thank you. That was funny.
Of course. Why didn't I think about that?
Yeah. We see. We never simply thought about the old dick twist method.
Dick twist.
Right
What-
out.
It's a pickle. What
Yeah.
are you guys talking about?
What? What the fuck?
Yeah.
What kind
Yeah,
of
no,
cylinder are you talking about? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Cylinder.
yes. Cylinder.
Hey, that wasn't me. That was the
dick?
bird. See, look, they're even mad that you guys aren't getting what they're saying right.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but I understand.
Birds have penises? I think birds have penises, right?
Cloaca.
no, they have
or
cloaca.
whatever. Yeah, cloaca.
Oh.
Yeah,
Weird
the all-in-one
things.
hole.
Sorry. The birds have pickles.
Oh,
Yeah.
they probably don't eat pickles.
Maybe. I mean, I never fed a pickle. I never fed my pickle to a bird. I don't plan on it.
A seagull would probably eat a pickle.
Yeah, I probably would.
Eat
Anyway.
fucking French fries.
Cody, okay, Cameron, do you have a different what if, or is that actually your?
No,
your
like I was busy playing Conan and Exiles all day. I didn't come up with a better one.
Okay,
I-
that's fine.
Oh,
That was
okay,
pretty funny.
And to answer my own question, I would while keeping my hand on the pickle, I have a small pickle, so it wouldn't be a problem.
I guess you never said you had to describe the size of the pickle.
Yeah, my pickle's not that big. I just take it
I
out.
was imagining one of those like cartoonishly large pickles.
Or yeah, I would fucking slam it across the table. in
Exactly,
rage.
right? You don't need to care about
Yeah.
the jar if that's the last pickle in the jar.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get rid of the jar.
Yeah.
So what about you? What about you, Cody?
Okay, so I'm debating if I should do mine or if I should choose a different one, because you yourself
Oh,
said
this,
okay.
this isn't live, so you can like.
I know that, but okay. So I'll give you my preface. What I wanted to do is because I guess my idea originally was I was going to explain what my what if was, and
Okay.
then see what you guys I guess would do or how you would handle the prospect of it.
You can do that.
Which was what if in the Zelda franchise
Oh God, I'm not
there
gonna
has
be able to
been
help
many
you at all.
occurrences. This is why I said might change it because it's very Zelda based on this one. Because I've had this thought before.
Everything you do is Zelda based though. So
I have other options. This was just
Right,
the easiest one.
Okay, in our Discord we have questions of the day. Most days, it's complicated. But
That's funny.
and every time there's like a game one or like a world building one, I even said one time ago, wait for Cody to say Zelda, and literally as I do it,
Yeah.
30 seconds later, you posted about Zelda.
It's what I do. It's my favorite games of all time.
That'd
But
be like asking
He would
Cam
live
what he's playing right now.
yeah, Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I played
Okay.
one of my 5 Dragon Ball games.
Okay, so but my what if because and I'll give you a layer on this so you can understand. In most of the Zelda games, Link is raised by like one family member. He's most of the time he's adopted, or
What?
or left alone somewhere.
he has family at all?
He does, yes. In one of I can't remember which one it was, but he was raised by his uncle in one of them. But in this reality, I want you guys to come up with an interesting situation. I want to see how you guys would handle him being originally raised by I would like to say a more innocent at first Ganondorf than obviously him becoming what he always becomes at the end. Because in the sense,
My answer is that I have no answer because there's.
well, this is why I was gonna offer the idea of Akachu would change, because this one I had again my original idea of how this was gonna work completely different. I thought we were gonna give our own what ifs, and then
I've
you'd
already
be
said
like,
that,
oh,
I
no.
already said this concept before, but the only thing that I would press for Legend of Zelda is if you were going to not reset the timeline.
Did you turn into a different person?
No, yeah, no, I'm saying at least mentally. No, but if you're going to if you're not going to reset the timeline again, I think a game that's Link and Zelda's kid would be fucking awesome.
I think that would be sick.
Yeah, so that's kind of the only what if scenario that I would
Yeah.
have for Legend of Zelda, but I have literally nothing else.
Okay, then I will unless Cameron you have anything to say, I will actually
Is that a
change my
block
what
of
if.
cheese, by the way?
Is that what that? I thought that was
It's
butter.
a whole ass block of cheese.
I just dropped it.
I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry.
Just gonna eat a whole ass block of cheese.
He's gonna Skyrim it and just like have a whole ass loaf of bread.
What is
and
that?
Whatever. That's like bologna or something.
Yeah, it's cheese and salami.
Dude,
I'm
you're going to be
hungry.
having the gassiest night of your life.
I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I take bites.
He's eating a broken down lunchly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Actually,
So for everyone listening, he literally pulled out like an actual brick of cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here. You can take a screenshot if you want. Here, it's a block of cheese.
Here, you know what? I'll do it. Let me get that beautiful screenshot. Here we go. And boom. I have a screenshot. I will save this for later. Save as cheese.
I was hungry.
Speaking of, okay. So
So
I
bar of cheese. Okay.
I want you to give your what if, and then I'm gonna give my what if, and then
Okay.
I actually want to really talk
So-
about that situation.
I
was gonna say is,
don't
Cameron,
watch
do you
enough
have-
Zelda.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was-
I don't watch a lot of Zelda. I only played the first one and didn't finish
Okay.
it.
Then that's why I was going to preface I should have changed mine. That's why I asked. So what I will then change it to is in a more related conversation, I guess back to Dragon Ball, because that's the thing we just talked a fuck ton about. I'm actually curious, what if, and I want you guys to kind of have fun with this one.
Uh-huh.
What if, okay, what if Cell
Come on.
was revived instead of
What?
Frieza?
So next. Oh, that. Okay, so what if Cell was revived instead of Frieza? Obviously, there's like more to this, right? Because Cell would get mollywopped, right? Like he's Cell. He gets beat by Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Gohan can now go potential unleashed or whatever. So he would just die, right? He would just get killed.
Well, no, no. What
Can I give a deeper answer?
I was gonna ask, yeah, is because like you're thinking about this in the same
So-
sense of like the Frieza situation.
Okay, well, Frieza one is still a villain. And he's still disliked by most of the cast, so he's not like a friend.
Yeah.
But even if he got revived and didn't get immediately bodied by literally everyone,
Yeah.
and even if he got stronger in the afterlife like Frieza did, which one he would still get fucking bodied like Frieza did. But then so if we go even slightly further beyond that and say that for some reason they had to be compatico, like they're not friends, but they're like they coexist. If they had to for permanent power or some other reason, now you could no longer see, similarly to how Vegeta had issues with Frieza, to a much worse degree, you could not have the androids be on the same team as Cell. Like that's beyond like they don't like each other, and now it's like that's deeply traumatic experience of being absorbed forcefully. Like the second closest you get to Dragon Ball, like don't bleep out that word.
That's true.
Bleep out that word.
I will try to.
But no, it's like that's as close as you get to that kind of situation. Besides what happens to Pan and GT, so it's like you really need to you'd really be riding the line with Cell joining the Z Fighters temporarily at all. And at this point, Android 17 and 18 could easily body Cell anyway.
Oh yeah.
You probably wouldn't allow it.
They would absolutely lose 17 by the way, because 17 barely even wanted to do the tournament in the first place. But then when he hears Cells, he just leave.
He would leave 100%. I like that answer. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And he's like the MVP of the entire thing because he wins it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't lose that guy.
Yeah, no, you can't, because that basically paradigm shifts things.
I'm sorry. Is that a slice of cheese, a slice of salami, and saltine crackers?
Yeah.
Fucking nice.
Man. That's like making
Bachelor.
cheese crackers. You ever done that?
Yeah.
Like you get like a fucking thing, a square of cheese, you fold into 4 bits, and then put them on cracker sands. And just eat
But
that.
the saltines, like, not even like slightly better versions of crackers. Saltines, the driest fucking experience you're having in your mouth right now.
Rich crackers are expensive.
That's
They
true.
are.
No, I'm not saying that Ritz crackers are here or there. But I'm saying like that is the single dry. Like my mouth is now dry because of you just took a bite.
It's okay. I have.
For those watching, he just took a mug and turned it upside down to reveal that it was empty.
Yeah, animator animate that idiot.
That was funny.
No, but seriously, okay. No, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was
No,
really
I'm
funny.
not done answering though.
Oh, go on.
Okay, so what I'm more worried about is so like Cody, let me ask, how exactly does he get revived? So obviously it's not Frieza's. Fucking
I was actually
minions.
going to say, because obviously it wouldn't be Frieza's situation, it would be most likely by the probably the same people who tried to make Cell Max. So in that vein, you would have them go through the same direction of Cell Max, but they would be using it purely on Cell alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Cell would kill all of them.
Okay,
Cell Max was kind of stupid.
That's
so
something. Well, no, hold on now. I don't want to say he would, because out of most of the villains, Cell actually, even though he did went on all city killing spree, he actually does talk to a lot of people and let some of them live.
That's
He doesn't give a shit about it anyway, but if they're willing to convince him, he can be convinced.
I have an answer. Okay, so what I'm most worried about is, so I think Cell would be smart enough to get a spaceship, leave Earth, and start absorbing people from other planets. Because you gotta understand, Frieza was only like he had to train for a while, right? But fucking Cell can like skip a lot of that by just like going from planet to planet and like absorbing people, right? So I think he would get like really strong really fast, and at that point it would be a race to like does Goku figure out that Cell is like back absorbing people, or like does Cell just like does Cell just absorb enough people to like go to Earth and be like, okay, I'm pretty comfortable. I feel like I can just like.
Can you imagine a horror movie you've just created? Like they go to King Kai and he's just like, I don't understand. Planets are just they're hollow.
The problem there is that perfect Cell can't absorb anything anymore because his tail shrunk too
No,
short.
he can. It
At
extends.
least okay.
What?
Yeah, and also it still works because
Yeah.
that's where Cell Juniors came from. Even if he can't extend it, he can still like use it, right?
Well, no, he.
Well, you can still
I'm
use
pretty
it.
sure he
That's not what I
still.
was saying.
He still extends it. Like it does extend.
I've never seen it extend from perfect cell form.
Okay. I think he would. I think the first thing he would do is he would absorb enough people to make his tail extend.
That's
There
funny.
you go.
I like to imagine he just actually eats people now. Just
Yeah, he like forgot how to use. He's been dead for a while. He's like, I
But-
think I just like put it in my mouth, right?
in all honesty, I do think he would take a more smarter approach to it than Frieza did, because he has the full consciousness of the connected consciousness of like a lot of the other guys, including mostly the Saiyans. So it's like he honestly probably wouldn't even doubt the idea of training being a possibility. I don't think he would do it in the same vein as Frieza did, obviously, but I think he would find his own way of training, whether it be absorbing or actually trying to find people to fight that would make him stronger. I also don't doubt that at a point after being, I do think he could be convinced by people of the Red Ribbon Army, because they would be like, we have the technology to make you stronger. We can make you beyond perfect, or whatever the fuck that would be.
Beyond
And
perfect.
he would obviously scoff at that idea, but then they could show him, like, we have diagrams for what you could have been, and then they'd give him the idea of Cell Max or something like that, and you eventually get a type of Cell Max or something like that, or what could have been perfect Cell Max type of thing, you know?
I think at the end of the day, the one thing you're gonna get running into is that as bad as Frieza was, as far as the core group now, he's not really a direct threat physically or mentally anymore. Like the whole thing about the original Frieza fight and Resurrection of the F was Vegeta essentially getting over the past issues and learning that hey, maybe we can be maybe we can coincide for one thing, that this event that matters being the tournament of power. You would not get that for the androids, so they cannot coexist.
Yeah, I don't
and
think the
Krillin
androids
is gonna
join the fight.
Krillin is gonna side with Android 18, which means Goku is gonna side with Krillin. So now Goku has to go kill Cell. So no matter what you do, they fight Cell. Cell dies.
Well, actually, I don't know about that, because Krillin got legit blown up by Frieza, and he even was just like, well, I'll work with you. And that's a bit worse than a lot of things.
He's got blown up by Piccolo, and he still cares. That's fine with Piccolo. He doesn't care about being exploded. He cares about
That's what I'm saying, though.
Counter argument. Krillin is selfless enough that he could put aside his differences and work with them. The androids are totally selfish and wouldn't work with him. They would be like, okay, the universe is gonna get erased. Fuck it, I don't care. Bye.
Well, no, actually, that's the wrong thing. Well, hold on. I think 17 is more selfish than 18. I think 18 begrudgingly would join still,
Okay,
because
but
she
why?
understands the weight of Goku's mistake.
Okay,
Of the
but
fact that
what's
his
specifically
things are gonna
about
cause the
weight
universe to be
do you think
erased?
she cares about the most of?
The universe being erased, obviously,
But what part about the universe does she actually care about?
Her
that's an
family.
answer.
and as
You're
long as she can
right.
protect her
Taylor
family,
Swift-
You're right.
Her
You're-
Taylor
no,
Swift
no,
Baby David collection.
No, here's the thing. You're
What?
absolutely
That's
right.
funny.
She would want to protect Marin. Here's the problem. 17 also has a family.
yeah,
So wouldn't he want to protect them too?
and maybe he would.
Actually, no. In Super, he was like, you're gonna have to like really convince me to join this whole thing. Like, I know I got a family and all. I kind of don't care if the universe gets erased. And Goku was like, wow, that's kind of fucked up. You should like join, and so the universe doesn't get
Didn't they
erased.
say
He
they
said,
were just
"I
gonna
don't care."
buy him like a yacht for his family to go on vacation with, and that was what convinced him?
Which is funny because like Goku is like best friends with the richest person in the entire
Yeah,
world.
I'm pretty sure that's actually how they won him over. But it's like, we'll just buy you a yacht and you can join. Like, oh, okay, sure.
Because that was gonna be his Dragon Ball wish. That was gonna be
Yeah,
his
that
wish
was
at the
his
end.
going to be his original wish, but then he decided to
Which
wish
is so
everyone
stupid
back.
because literally
It's
Bulma
funny.
could buy him
Yeah.
a mega yacht. By the way, the fucking one of
Well, actually, hold on. I just want to state another thing. By the way, wait, did
Oh,
for
we lose
Bulma's
Kiwi?
birthday.
Did my internet cut
Oh,
out? Who said that?
No, Kiwi cut out.
What? Not on my side.
Could you say it again? I think
Yeah.
my internet cut out. I think my
Well,
dog
okay,
chewed on my
well,
cord.
okay, it doesn't matter. In one of the movies, they're literally on a super yacht that Bulma owns for her birthday. So it's like,
Yeah.
just fucking, she could just give them that one or make another one. It doesn't matter. Money's
Mhm.
useless to them.
But
Not to mention, Mr. Satan is also the second richest person in the world. So it's like, which one? Great for Gohan. You know, like
Yeah.
Gohan is like doubly rich. That man would never run out of money unless both of them just died. and their entire companies went under, like in the future timeline. It's always kind of weird. In the future timeline, they just say that Videl just dies, right? But like, Videl is fast enough to dodge bullets, so it's like she's pretty fucking strong for a human fighter.
Didn't she get killed by Goku Black?
What?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah,
I think that
that's
was
why
mine,
everything
right?
went to shit.
Wait, no. In Goku Black, Gohan died, so like Videl wasn't even a thing. Videl like does not exist.
Oh, that's
That's what I'm
right.
saying. Is that Videl would exist, so it's like
She-
we're.
Well,
No,
yeah,
but
but
she
she would just be her basic normal self, though.
Yeah, she would just be normal. She like would have.
She would not be
absolutely no
Gohan
abilities
trained.
And just died.
She
Also,
wouldn't be
no, wait,
she
no, wait,
wouldn't be
Mr.
Gohan
Satan,
trained.
Mr. Satan's already dead. This is like she wouldn't even be born.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, she would. Yes, she would, because she's older than Gohan.
All right, my bad. I forgot about that.
She's older. She's a year older than him. So it's like, no, he would already be born.
Yeah,
Or
she would
already be born.
She would still die though. 'Cause she's just like basic.
Well, here's the thing: is that she starts being able to dodge bullets before she trains with Gohan at all. So she's naturally gifted, and obviously we have other humans like Krillin who
But
can
wasn't
also do that. So it's
Wasn't
not.
that during?
not-
Okay, her death didn't that happen during the androids?
What? What fucking?
I'm pretty sure.
She died
but
for
the-
Boo. Boo killed her.
Yeah, Videl wasn't a character in the Cell Saga.
No, she wasn't. Well, she wasn't in
She
the
wasn't even
original version
mentioned
of
in
Zelda.
like the. She wasn't even mentioned in the. No, I'm meaning like in like the Future Trunks thing.
Yeah.
She wasn't even mentioned in that.
That's
So
what I'm- yes.
so yeah. So then she had to have been killed by the androids.
That's what I'm saying. In the future
Yeah.
version, or in the super version rather, in the super version of Future Trunks, when they bring him back, why not mention that? Like, I understand the original because Videl wasn't a character then, but in Super, where she very much is a character, and arguably pretty important, even though she doesn't really do too much. It's like, you just never bring that up at all. It's like, no.
She gave up her training.
Maybe.
And then become a
Also,
housewife.
in that specific timeline, I don't
Well,
think
not-
Gohan
not
was
that
ever
timeline.
revived either.
Nah, he wasn't.
He wasn't. So
there-
she
there are no
wouldn't really
Dragon Balls
have
to
a
revive
reason
him.
to continue doing things. Actually, it's even possible that she wasn't revived.
Wait, what do you mean? What? Wasn't
In
revived
Trunks'
from what?
future,
Yeah.
because okay, so after in the Future Trunks thing, when everyone died, I think he went to Namek to have everyone revived, but I don't think Gohan revived.
No, wait. I don't think any of them revived.
Only-
because
I think it was
entire universe
Goku-
gets destroyed.
It was
No.
Wait, no, that's right.
Uh,
That's a different timeline. I'm stupid.
Yeah, they revived Yajirobe.
Yeah. No,
What?
also, wait, hold on. No, I just remembered. I'm getting my confusion here. I was remembering the timeline where Goku Black stole Goku's body. That was
Yeah.
from a different situation. That was actually just straight up from like the future of the current Dragon Ball line or something. So
That's
really
the
confusing.
quote-unquote original Dragon Ball timeline with absolutely no
Yeah.
time interference. If things just played out normally, that's the original timeline.
Yes, that's what that was. I, however, forgot that wasn't the Trunks timeline for some reason. Because for some reason I thought they were the same. But no, in the Trunks timeline, I don't think he revives anybody.
He doesn't, because the Dragon
No.
Balls don't exist.
Yeah,
At least not to his knowledge.
I
Because
think
he totally went on Namek.
Yeah, he
He
went on
was
Namek.
no
I think he went to Namek afterwards. I think it was that there was too many years had gone by to revive him.
Something like
Does
that. Yeah.
I believe there's like
No,
a time limit.
I
No,
don't know.
no, I is there a time limit?
I think there
Maybe
is.
We fucked up.
I
Is
think
there a
they
time
just put
limit?
like I think they just put like an obscure timeline.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we don't want him to come back.
Is there a time limit?
I don't know specifically, but it's like I do know that he doesn't end up reviving everybody. So it's like, why wouldn't he? He could.
Yeah, he doesn't know where Namek is.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a possibility too. I don't
At
remember.
least.
Also, where are they
11
gonna get a
years,
spaceship?
apparently.
The androids killed everyone and everything.
Well, I mean, Bulma is still around.
Almost survived.
Yeah. So Bulma, who made the first one, she didn't make the first one. Her dad did, but she could probably make the second one.
Alright,
Yeah.
I got an
I mean, she
interesting
did make
one.
a time machine.
I'd come up with an interesting one right now.
Go for it.
Okay, you two watch Dragon Ball OG, right?
Yep.
What would happen if Bulma was poor? What if she was poor throughout the whole series? Had no money.
Well, she
Like-
wouldn't have been able to go after the Dragon Ball, so she never
Yeah.
would have met Goku. So Goku would have stayed in the forest. forever.
And then Raditz would have destroyed the Earth.
Probably. Well, honestly, you probably would have got to Raditz. Raditz would have eventually found Goku. Piccolo, OG Piccolo would have destroyed the world way before you even get to Raditz. Raditz would actually destroy Piccolo, unless Piccolo fused with Kami in order to beat Raditz specifically, which I doubt would happen. But yeah, we would consider Piccolo Senior, King Piccolo would just destroy the known world, or at least enslave it. And Goku would be so underpowered because he wasn't trained by anybody that he would just he would be forced to tag along with Raditz. Raditz wouldn't even need to kill him. You'd basically string him along because he'd be so weak he wouldn't even be competitive.
So here's
I'm actually trying to figure out that thing with the original Dragon Ball. Like, would he stay in the forest?
Yeah, I don't see why he'd ever leave. Goku has no ambitions. He doesn't know what a Dragon Ball is.
No, here's the thing: is even when, yeah, exactly. But even when Bulma comes up to him, he doesn't even know what a girl is. Yeah. He just knows that Grandpa Gohan said, "Be respectful to them." He had no idea what a girl even was. So he obviously had no desire to go see other humans.
Wait, so
I think your depiction would probably be very accurate.
Wait. I have a theory. So then the question becomes, would anyone look for the Dragon Balls? Because Goku has the 4-star Dragon Ball. So then it would become then it'd become if Bulma's poor, doesn't have.
So he would run into the Red Ribbon Army first, then.
Because the Red Ribbon Army, do they have a Dragon Radar?
No, but they were originally looking for it for the first time.
Yeah, they were kind of scouring. They knew about them, and they were scouring the Earth for them.
So if they found him,
so now it's a race between the Red Ribbon Army finding Goku and King Piccolo taking over the world.
Well, here's something else to think about. With the Red Ribbon Army at that time, do you think they'd be able to trick him into being like, we're the good guys?
No, I don't think so.
And think of the good
Maybe
guys?
at first, but he'd pretty quickly figure it
I think
out.
he'd have them. I think they would have him working for them for a little while, and then he'd figure out they're the bad guys, and he'd turn.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is exactly what happens.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, to a lesser degree, because he still thinks that Android, 3, I forget which one it was, 5, he's able to turn it good before it dies, and he feels sad about it, and he does his first Mega Kamehameha. But, I mean, the point being is that Goku is naturally good. So once he finds out that they're bad, none of them can hold up to Goku at this point. No. So Goku, even without being trained on the island, would absolutely destroy them.
The only person I think who at that time would be a difficulty, because it was just difficult for Goku at the time, was that one, General Blue, I think is what his name was. He had a very, very powerful ability. It was paralysis or something.
Yeah, so it's I guess the bigger question
Honestly, I guess Goku would have actually probably been killed.
Here's the thing: it's one, he either would have been killed outright by King Piccolo being super strong. He might have been killed by Red Ribbon, possibly.
I do think he'd be killed by Red Ribbon, because I think at the time that guy was actually stronger than Goku.
No, he was, but that he only was put in that position by other people, so Goku probably would have never even met that guy. But the biggest question that we need to ask is not if Goku isn't found by Bulma, Krillin still goes and gets trained solo by Master Roshi, and Krillin becomes the strongest in the world.
That would be wild.
So Krillin is the one who fights and beats King Piccolo, and then fights Piccolo Jr.
Wait, doesn't Krillin also fight the Red Ribbon Army?
He does later on. But
so then he would eventually run into Goku.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So then the stories would mix again. Would it just fold back onto itself?
Maybe if you did it in that way, yes. But
you know what would happen?
Would be stronger than him.
Yeah. Krillin would be like, I can teach you how to fight.
Essentially. Now Goku would obviously surpass him.
Very quickly. So it would. I still think we'd get to the King Piccolo situation. That'd be interesting. I think at the end of that situation, I actually do think it would go very similar then. But the biggest deviation is Goku would not be as strong, and I actually think he might die to King Piccolo in that storyline.
maybe if he wasn't.
I
able
think
to
actually,
train
yeah, I
fully,
think in that specific storyline, I think it always will end with King Piccolo being the winner in that one because Goku just didn't have enough time to train, didn't know enough about.
Now you also have to say the potentiality of, ironically, Tien Shinhan
Yeah.
could keep up with King Piccolo. He just never even has to try, because he beats a very similar version of Goku. So it's like
King Piccolo nearly killed Tenshinhan.
I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm saying I'm saying in this respect that no one is now training Goku. Tien Shinhan or Krillin could be trained more by other people.
Wait a second.
Might stand a better chance. I'm not saying
I just realized something. King Piccolo would never happen.
Why wouldn't he?
Because the only reason King Piccolo was released was because that little blue fuck who wanted revenge on Goku.
Pilaf?
Yes. So because the whole Goku situation doesn't generally happen in the same fashion.
But I thought he was trapped forever anyway. I thought Kami even said that.
No, he was trapped in there, I believe, until someone was to release him. That was the forever part.
Was he Mafubad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, then yeah, he's fucked.
Yeah, no.
Oh, then yeah. So I guess Red Ribbon Army wins.
Yeah, Red Ribbon Army wins.
Right? Or Goku is just still strong enough to overcome the odds because of Zenkai boosts.
That's true. If they do not, so basically, here's how I can see things going. So for a while, Goku would be with the Red Ribbon Army, thinking they're the good guys, and then at some point he would run into Krillin, who's Krillin at this point would be trying to stop them. Krillin would be like, no, they're the bad guys, and then eventually he'd explain everything, and then Goku would have a turn of heart, or I guess brain in this case, and then he'd be working with Krillin. Krillin, now being the strongest of the two, would probably try to help Goku train and all this, but because Krillin would in this case be the more sensible one, kind of leaning him in the correct direction, I actually don't think he'd go on as crazy escapades as he used to. So he probably wouldn't do the whole Emperor Pilaf shit.
Now here's another problem that we haven't gotten to. Ozaru.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that, how does Ozaru play
that function here? Because he wouldn't have got his tail pulled off by Kami, so he would always have his tail.
So
actually, him going Ozaru happens in Dragon Ball again.
It does. No, it does.
It happens in Pilaf's fucking castle.
It does.
I love that scene. It's like, don't turn around. Okay, I'll turn around.
And then they mirror the whole King Kong thing with Bulma playing the girl. Because honestly, this is what's weird is Toriyama spends the first 90% of Dragon Ball pairing Goku and Bulma, and then he just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
People also think there's a much bigger age gap between them than there actually is. They're only a year apart.
Really? Well, no, I thought they were way older than that.
At the very beginning, Goku is 12 and she's 13. They are 1 year apart. It's now girls physically mature faster, so that's why she's taller. That's why she's a little bit more quote mature than he is.
But no, they're only 16 years old.
I've always heard that she's 13.
Bulma is around 16 years old when she first meets Goku.
Yeah, 16. That's what I've always heard.
Then was that retconned?
Is Goku in the
original
Dragon Ball?
I think the answer.
He's 11 years old.
Oh, that's only 1 year difference. So fair enough. Then he's 11. But I always thought that I've always heard that she was 13.
I think the darker answer is that Toriyama just didn't care about the age gap as much as he should have.
Yeah, I mean, there's Master Roshi's a great example.
To be fair to him, in Japan, it's not nearly as much of an issue as in America. So that's just culture. Now, he also didn't like black people, so that he does have problems. I didn't say it was perfect.
No. But anyways, I guess with this What If went way farther than I was expecting.
I actually liked it.
Yeah.
I actually liked it.
With that, let's go with yours and your
So
What If.
I kind of wanted to. One of my favorite things was I was actually ironically going to bring up one from somebody else, which I had one normally, but I wanted to get your opinion on it. Which is, do you guys watch Masako at all?
Masako?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I used to watch.
I watched a single What If, and I don't know anything about him.
Okay, so you know what he does.
Yeah.
My favorite one that he does, which if you're like Ethan, he really loves the Raditz one. But for me, it's Gine, because Gine is a very underdeveloped character for someone who's very interesting. Because because in several times they have but what if Goku met Bardock because Bardock can fight? It's much more. Why doesn't Goku ever care about A, his parents, B, about his mom? That's ingrained to you as an entity to care about your mom, and he never even asks the question. It's not even yeah, sure, he was perfectly content with growing up from Grandpa Gohan, but he never asks when he meets Raditz, his own flesh and blood brother. who he never brings back, which is kind of shitty.
And to be fair, whenever he first met his brother, he didn't even give a shit about his family originally.
I didn't say,
I have a
that was
theory.
true or not.
I have a theory. So my theory is that Raditz described that the Saiyans are super evil. We're all bad guys. So Goku's probably just like, okay, my mom's probably also an evil bitch. I'm not gonna bother.
But then later in the Broly movie, he hears about Bardock. So why wouldn't he then be interested in Gine? Hell, in the manga, he meets Bardock and he never cared about Gine.
Not really. He doesn't meet him. He just gets flashbacks of him.
Oh, I thought he outright.
He just got
temporarily-
flashbacks.
Okay.
He remembered his first experience of his parents.
Okay, then fair
And
enough.
that was
But I was
about
like,
it.
yeah, exactly. But it's like there's always this intrigue of Bardock, which I do love Bardock. Don't get me wrong. But it's like I feel like there's so much potential in Gine that Masako got right in What If Gine Came to Earth with
Yeah.
Goku. I love that series because it's actually, but it's actually something that I find genuinely interesting. Like it's far more than even Raditz turning good, which is a very good one. Don't mind, like I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Goku being raised by literally any parental figure that doesn't immediately die.
Wait, what was the question?
No, that was the what if. It was more like, what do you think about his what
The
if
fact-
first?
Of
The
Gine.
So Gine comes to Earth with Goku.
Yeah.
With Goku.
Okay, so I'm missing a lot of context. So so what if Gine came to Earth with Goku? Is that
Yes.
like okay?
And Cameron, I just want you to understand, Gine is not like other Saiyans. She was a compassionate Saiyan.
I know.
Okay. just
And
so you
yeah,
also,
understand.
fully aware.
the added stipulation is that Frieza does not know that Gine is with Goku, so it's not like Frieza would immediately search for them.
Hang on, where's his bitch?
I actually think Goku would be like more of a pansy, as are most men who are raised by their moms. I think Goku would.
Well, he still has
Goku-
Grandpa. In this scenario, he still has Grandpa Gohan because Grandpa
Yeah.
Gohan still finds the Saiyan pod.
Wait, but like, does Gine like trust Grandpa Gohan? What if she says like?
I
"Get
guess
the fuck
that's
away
up to
from
you
me"?
now. That is up to you. Do
Okay,
you think
so
that she would be trusting of a human?
okay, so I think it's.
I think
I
she'd be
think-
trusting of his kindness.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think she would.
I have a okay. So here's where I start the what if. Okay, I start the what if here. Gine lands on Earth and doesn't find Grandpa Gohan, and then Goku doesn't bump his head as a kid.
Yep.
So I think that Gine would raise Goku, and Goku would like slowly get angrier and more violent. I think he would I think it would be like a race.
So you're saying that Saiyans are evil by nature, not by nurture?
Yeah, they spent fucking several million episodes like explaining that. Like every
So
Saiyan
what
known
about?
to man.
So how canonical are we saying that Vegeta's little brother is? Because he's also non-violent
He's
by nature.
he's also, I'm pretty sure he's actually
He-
canon because they've mentioned him before multiple times.
I think he is a freak of nature. I think
But-
like there exactly there are 8 billion Saiyans on planet Vegeta. 5 of them are nice.
Hold on.
5 Saiyans.
I just want to state though something that's really against your specific case.
No, go ahead.
So Cameron,
Yes.
you're saying that
Go on.
Saiyans innate are evil. They want to kill, right?
Yeah, it's
But
in their
his
blood.
two parents are not like that. And you're
Yeah,
gonna say
two-
Bardock is, but no, he's not, because in the manga,
By the way, Raditz is also not.
yeah, he doesn't like to actually do it all that much. But no,
Raditz is
In Dragon Ball Zero, which was actually made by Akira Toriyama, you find out that Raditz is not like the other kids, and he actually hates the idea of just going on and destroying planets, even though he does do it to survive.
but
I
and similar to Bardock does not like doing that stuff, and he actually saves people from the other Saiyans because he again doesn't like that kind of stuff. And Gine herself doesn't like him doing that, which is another reason why he does protect these people from the Saiyans. So, in effect, he probably would actually be very similar to just his dad more than anyone else. He'd be cocky, but he wouldn't be mean.
okay,
He would not
but
be
hold
raised
on.
evil.
So what I'm hearing is Bardock killed and conquered the hundreds of a lot of planets, but he didn't want to. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Well, I don't even think he really
Well,
did that much because he wasn't that much. He wasn't that strong
we
of a
have,
Saiyan.
the problem is we have two versions of Bardock that are described. Vegeta originally describes him as a scientist, so not a combatant.
I
But
think
then
that
later on, they
No, I-
redevelop him to be a combatant who also doesn't conquer planets, but he does have his B team or whatever the fuck they're called,
Yeah.
who goes and fights basically outlaws against Frieza.
He is.
Effectively, the gist is he does what he does to survive, but he does not feel those are requirements.
He also, when you mentioned that he conquers planets, he that's not what he does.
No, yeah.
That is what other Saiyans absolutely do, but he didn't do that.
He helps, but he
basing-
doesn't do it fully.
I'm basing most of what I know about Bardock off of the his one movie or episode or whatever that was.
Yeah, the super episode.
Which I actually really like. I like that version of Bardock way more than whatever Super wrote. I liked it better when
I do.
Bardock was an asshole.
I do too.
Yeah. But
Okay, we will take your hypothetical of no, Goku would be nice because both his parents are nice. Okay, fair enough. Fine.
no, again, you're missing what I said. I don't think he would be nice. I think he'd be cocky. He'd basically be like Vegeta.
Okay, so sorry. Goku's raised by Gine, which means he wouldn't have the 4-star Dragon Ball, which means he would. Wait, no, hold on. In the scenario I've built up in my head where they do not, yeah, they don't meet. They wouldn't. But do feel free to like chime in. So like Goku wouldn't have the 4-star Dragon Ball because he wouldn't be Grandpa Gohan, which means Goku would be in the woods with Gine, surviving, training? Question mark. I don't know what they would. They would probably try to find civilization. To be fair,
I feel like they'd probably try to blend in.
Yeah, they'd probably try to blend in.
Wait, do you think that they hide tail, or do you think Gine has the balls to be like, fuck it, and cut off tail?
I think she would. I think she'd cut it off.
She doesn't know that it's attachable, so this is like a baller move for her.
Okay. I think she wouldn't try to detach it. I think she would go up to a person and be like, "Wow, these guys are like 99% similar," and like, I feel like she would just like bluff it that the tail was just like a genetic oddity, right?
Yeah,
I think she'd bluff it.
They do have a lot of really weird creatures on Earth and Dragon Ball, so it could easily be like.
Yeah, it would pass off easy because the fucking mayor is like a dog or whatever. Like they could really easily just be like, oh yeah, we just have tails, and be like, oh okay, yeah, cool, that's cool.
So wait, now we have the question of if Goku is living off in the woods with Gine or in like some small town.
I think civilization would be the most sensible thing.
No, okay, but here's the thing. Even if that happens, so they're kind of being raised somewhat normal. Now Bulma with the radar goes to Grandpa Gohan, who is still alive and has the 4-star Dragon Ball. Does he give her the 4-star Dragon Ball?
I think. Okay, so wait, no. I now know what we're doing. We're going into a different universe here because now she would have to train to earn the Dragon Ball. So now we're getting. What if Bulma was the one who trained?
What if Bulma was a Z fighter?
That's what we're getting. This is a huge storyline shit. You know what's gonna happen is like they're gonna get to a situation where like the whole like maybe like at some point somehow King Boo gets released again or King Piccolo, and we're gonna have a situation where it's like Gine finally reveals her and her son, and they are ridiculously powerful somehow, and it's gonna be like that situation where they say everyone's just like, who are you? It's like.
By the way, ridiculously powerful in this case means like a 500 power level.
Yeah, I know. In comparison to Piccolo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that would be such. Okay, this is a really cool what if. I just want to state, this was a good one, because this branches out so heavily.
This small change of Gine of Gine raising Goku and not Grandpa Gohan.
This effectively has changed the main character to Bulma awkwardly enough.
Yeah.
Because now she's the one adamantly trying to train. Oh god, the situation with Roshi and Krillin was so weird.
I also mean that his name is still Kakarot.
Yeah.
So, I mean that's a minor thing, but that's just something to point out.
Carrot cake.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, this is a really good one. We'll have to pin this in the brain hole.
Wait a minute. Oh god. So wait, good news, I guess, for Bulma is that if she didn't go to Roshi alone, she went with Grandpa Gohan to train.
Yeah.
Now she's not being like now he's not predating the 16-year-old.
It's true.
He's not gonna be like, get naked for me.
So here's the question: like, how would Bulma get the Dragon Ball from Gohan? Because I don't think Bulma.
That's what I'm saying. I think he would have her work for it. He would have her trained for it to make sure she is pure of heart to actually use it correctly.
Okay.
Now, I guess here's the problem: is that he would ask, "What's her wish?" And if she'd said, "I wish for the perfect boyfriend," which is what she wants to do, he would immediately shut that shit down and be like, "You need better shit." And then,
Yeah.
then she's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm Boma Briefs," and he's gonna be like, "Oh, the richest people in the world, get the fuck out of here." Like it's like go find literally any boy in the world would want to be with you. Go find one.
He's like, if you're gonna come back to ask for my thing, you better have like a full changed perspective.
Mind you, the Dragon Balls are originally used to find her underwear.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's literally
I wish
Bulma's
for
underwear.
the perfect pair of underwear.
Which were Bulma's specifically, by the way. It's like it's like okay, cool.
I thought I thought it wasn't even that complex. I thought literally fucking Oolong just like, does this work? I wish for a pair of panties, and then he got it. He said, "Oh, sweet," and then they drag him away.
No, but if you look at it, Bulma's underwear is only designed one way, and it's the exact same design. Actually, no, because she wears other underwear at one point, but like it's the same as the original design that she comes back with. So it's like it hints that it's hers specifically.
Yeah.
Also, every single character that exists in Dragon Ball is like has the hots for Bulma at some point. So it's like, I guess that's why she's apparently the hottest girl in the world.
I mean, she fucking wooed Vegeta, so that makes sense.
That is true, but she is Bulma though.
If you want to talk about someone who's so uptight that they're willing to get with Bulma, that's a fucking achievement.
You want to talk about someone who's so uptight that they would take the Dragon Balls and wish to be like ever so slightly younger looking. Like Bulma,
I want a better ass.
Now I do not like the character assassination of Bulma that they do in Super, but fair enough.
Well, in Super she's not that bad. It's only in that movie where she's egregious.
That is true.
So like, if Goku was raised by Gine, like, would Raditz comes back to Earth?
Yeah.
Then what does he do?
So here's the thing.
Like, Mom, you're alive.
Well, no.
Yeah,
Here's
holy shit,
oh, actually, yeah, that's a great point. I do not think he would fight back.
They wouldn't fight.
He wouldn't know Goku left because obviously
Yeah.
He wouldn't
know
even
that
fight
Gine left.
Kakarot.
Probably not.
Actually, you might have him turn against Vegeta, and
Exactly.
this is
What would
actually going
probably
very
happen-
similar to the actual What If.
Yeah, but what will probably happen is that now Raditz goes into the time chamber with a much more prepared Goku for the first time, and he actually properly trained.
Wait,
they come out.
Wait. How does Goku know about the time chamber?
Well, because you're saying when.
We're skipping. Like,
Yeah, we're skipping a lot.
Okay. So let's go back. So in this scenario where they don't meet Grandpa Gohan, so Bulma does, and let's say Bulma becomes a Z fighter like Chi-Chi does at first.
Wait. Counter argument. Bulma doesn't want to fight. That's not
Well, if she has to train in order to get the Dragon Ball, she would.
I think no. I think you're overestimating her abilities. I think she would train long enough to get the Dragon Ball, then immediately hang that shit up. I don't think she cares.
But it'll at least be long enough to where she would get the second step of where Krillin is training with Faker.
Okay,
Roshi.
fair enough. Go on about how Goku
So
knows about time chamber.
Krillin is still with Roshi, so they end up still doing the whole fucking Ultimate Tournament thing. Which, by the way, I think Goku would still be interested in being the ultimate fighter in the world because that's a part of his personality anyway.
Yeah.
So if you ever heard about the Super Tournament, he'd want to join it.
Maybe
so at minimum, these
I
people would
imagine
meet.
he would probably watch. Like his mom would be on the field, like him and his mom would be in like the stadiums watching. That might spark his interest for fighting.
You know, maybe it's something to that degree. So the point being is that they would probably at least cross paths.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least Roshi would know of this kid who's either fairly strong or interested in fighting. So once again, we go back to the Krillin scenario of Krillin being the main character at this point, as far as like being powerful. You probably still get to maybe a variant from Pilaf, still bringing back Piccolo, King Piccolo. That's a strong if.
Wait,
even if you don't.
Can I interject?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, in this, I want to assume like Goku is like going to be the main character, like
at some point.
No, like not at some point. Like this is just about Goku.
So instead of following the line Bulma, we just assume Bulma goes this line, but we're focusing on Goku.
I'm still focusing on Goku, but I'm saying like, these things have to happen in order to get to where we are next with Goku.
Okay.
So they would. So mostly they would. This is off screen to Goku specifically. So those things are still happening. At some point, you'd have a world-threatening event, meaning Kami would have to get involved, and now they're just kind of searching for whoever the fuck could fight this. And even if they don't pick Goku the first time, the moment, because mind you, when Raditz is coming, Kami does know about it. Kami warns Piccolo about it. So he knows even Raditz coming is the first time. Now that
Wait,
information doesn't get to everybody.
Does Kami know about Raditz? I watched the Ocean dub, and I very distinctly remember Raditz just shows up and finds Piccolo because he like has the highest power level. Like
He
I
does.
don't. So
No,
how,
he does. But you find out later that because Piccolo doesn't like Kami at this point, so he's like, "Fuck off, old man," kind of.
okay, but Kami knows. Okay.
But Kami knew because he can sense power levels where the other ones really can't yet.
Okay.
At least not in the same way, not the same like distance, I guess you'd say. They still have limitations that
Yeah.
Kami does not. So Kami knew not only about, to my knowledge, so I might have to refresh some of this, but to my knowledge, he knew about at least because he tells them that how long it might take for Vegeta and Nappa to get there, because they find out that they're coming from Raditz's scouter. That's when they find out about Nappa existing, because he talks into the mic.
Okay.
So it's like a weird mix of they find out who they are from Raditz's earpiece, but the idea that two strong power levels are coming towards the Earth, Kami does know about already. So it's like a weird mix of Kami doesn't know who they are. He doesn't know that it's the Saiyans, but he will know that, hey, two very strong people are coming this way.
Okay.
We should probably prepare.
All right, but back to how does Goku know about the time chamber?
So, and at this point, you're at let's say that Raditz does show up first, and that's the first time that Goku actually matters. So first off, you would search for Goku, and unknowingly, Gine. He would still meet Piccolo first. Piccolo would just be like, who the fuck's that guy? Sonic the Hedgehog with an ass.
Raditz would search with the scouter for the highest power levels.
Yes.
I see, yeah.
Which I think Goku would still have a high power level because he'd still be trained. Gine, he still has the nature to fight, even if it's not violently. So Gine would still train him to a degree, to what she could. So he would still naturally be strong, just not as strong as if Piccolo Jr. even exists. Now, I guess it's the question: does Piccolo Jr. exist? I guess not. I guess he would just be either the strongest or one of the strongest, and he would eat more. He wouldn't. Raditz wouldn't meet Piccolo Jr. and would just go on to attempt to find. He'd probably find Kami first.
Kami has the highest power level.
He'd be close.
I would argue if he doesn't immediately find Goku, he would probably find Krillin, who was like Krillin obviously has strong ambitions to be the strongest, even if he's not like as physically capable.
No, that's fair.
Raditz. Okay, so like Raditz,
Raditz goes to Kami house, and he would still meet Krillin in that gang. Whoever is now built of it, which would be a little bit like a mismatch random, because you also wouldn't get Yamcha. Yamcha wouldn't be a part of the crew.
Yeah.
You might have Tien Han, maybe, but you'd mostly have a few of the randoms.
You would have a new character called Cheesy Mode.
Maybe.
Cheesy mode.
But no, so you'd have Raditz. Raditz doesn't give a shit about the humans. In fact, he doesn't even attempt to kill Piccolo. So until he finds Goku, he doesn't really have an interest in killing anybody yet.
That's right. He doesn't kill Piccolo. He just moves on.
Yeah, he does. So he obviously, even if he found Krillin, he'd be like, "Oh, you're not who I'm looking for. You're gonna die soon, bitch." And
I guess Raditz never kills anybody, really.
Because he wants Goku to do it.
Yeah.
He specifically wants Goku to do it. It's a mix of his cowardice and to prove that he's willing to do it.
Yeah.
So he would eventually, after searching enough power levels, he would find Goku, and much to his surprise, Gine. He'd probably stun lock him for a second. And I think, like we were kind of getting at earlier, is that it's highly likely in this scenario that Gine would be able to be like, hey, what's going on in the situation? Raditz, who already we know doesn't want to be in the situation that he is in, and wants to actually go against Nappa and Vegeta. Which, by the way, Nappa and Vegeta are not on their way at this point. They only come this way because Raditz dies and talk about Dragon Balls.
Yeah, which
so they're going to talk about Dragon Balls.
Yeah, they don't know about Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
I also mind you that Vegeta loosely cares that Kakarot might exist, so maybe eventually he'd come to see if there's another Saiyan. But to him, at least, Saiyans don't matter as long as there isn't like a.
Well, actually,
Saiyan.
Raditz could he could easily be like, there was no Saiyan on this planet. I'm looking for another.
That's what I'm saying is that the likelihood.
Dude, you just said the magic word, female Saiyan. Vegeta would get horny.
Yeah, He's not that horny.
No, not for much older Gine.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Nappa?
But-
Nappa's pretty horny.
Maybe that's possible.
I don't remember either of them being horny.
That's
Well,
what brings up
Wilbur
to
was a
Earth.
kid, so
Nappa says, Vegeta, there's some hot Saiyan pussy on Earth.
God damn.
the one saying that's left. What's funny is actually there's a possibility that the Vegeta might even know of Gine. I don't think he'd know her by physically. Like he wouldn't have seen
He would probably
her.
know her by name.
Yeah, he'd probably know her by name.
No. You're overestimating. There are a lot of Saiyans. I don't even know my neighbor's name. I don't think Vegeta would know Gine's name.
Well, here's the problem: is that without Goku ever even being able to mention Bardock, Vegeta mentions Bardock.
Yeah.
So Vegeta knows
knew of
Goku's
Bardock.
parents.
You mentioned.
Oh, hello.
In their original fight on Earth, he says your father was a great scientist, talking about Bardock. But Goku doesn't even know who Bardock is, so it's not like he learned it from that. So he knows who Goku is already before he even arrives on Earth, and also knows who Bardock is.
Because he knows Raditz.
Yeah.
So Raditz would have also probably told him about his family
Oh,
anyway.
so
I'd say he would know of Gine.
Yeah,
He wouldn't
Raditz-
know her personally by any means.
But either
Okay.
way, I don't think they would come to Earth because I feel like Raditz could easily fool them. He'd be like, "Yeah, there was no Saiyan on this Earth, or on this planet. I'm looking for another or something like that." And
Also,
that would be
are we still assuming that Raditz is nice? Because I watched the Ocean dub. Raditz very much doesn't like Earth.
Well,
Question mark?
here's what we're gapping is he originally goes there to find Goku to essentially strengthen their ranks. That he wants to add another Saiyan to Vegeta's ranks. That's his goal.
That was his end goal. That's why he went there.
That
in
was
the
his
first
own goal
place.
because he wants to survive, and if he doesn't do it, Nappa and Vegeta will fucking kill his ass.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. So now he goes there and finds two Saiyans, two for the price of one. Fantastic. Because he already knew which planet Goku goes to. Which now that Super says he went to a random planet, is a little weird. That doesn't mathematically work out, because in Dragon Ball Zero, the one that Kurita wrote, Raditz is actually there when Bardock says send him to the number that Earth is. I forget which one it is, but the number that Earth is. So he knows where Goku is, but in Super they take that out. So it's a little strange, but it doesn't matter. Point being is that at some point he finds out where Goku is. So he knows he's on Earth. Goes there, two for the price of one, finds his mom. And here's where we go to finding your mom is a very emotional thing, especially for Raditz, because while you might argue that most Saiyans may not give a shit, Raditz is proven time and time again to not be like most Saiyans. He's
where?
very much up where in Dragon Ball Zero, previously mentioned, but also just in the series.
Is Dragon Ball Zero canon?
I'm actually looked that up. So
As far as Akira Toriyama was alive, it was, but I don't think it is now. I think they pretty much overrode it with Broly.
Actually, they've been moving stuff over to it.
What even is Dragon Ball Zero? Is a fan
actually-
manga created
it's
by
not-
Toyble. Is this a fan manga?
No, not the original.
Dragon Ball Zero. What is this Dragon Ball Zero that we keep
Dragon
referring
Ball
to?
Zero is a fan-made manga created by Toyble, focusing on the young Raditz along. Wait, who the fuck is?
I'm pretty sure he wrote it. Okay, I guess not. Then never mind. I guess none of that mattered.
Aha! So Raditz is an asshole.
Okay, then I guess maybe. Oh well, he's still a coward, but he would still be an asshole.
A coward and an asshole.
He's a cowardly asshole.
Yes.
Okay, well, I still think that's meeting your mom for the first time in 20 years.
Well, if we're going off of now what we know to be how Raditz normally acts, or at least what we've seen, I don't think he would care.
I don't think he cares.
He'd probably be like, "Why aren't you trying to fight, woman?"
Yeah, I think at most he would be like, "Oh, mom, good to see you alive. I need Kakarot. He needs to come with me. I want to increase the Saiyan's
I guess
strength
actually the better question is, would he be at this point? Would Gine or Goku at this time, which I doubt, would they be stronger than Raditz?
Wait,
No.
did they have to be? Because Goku's also an asshole, right? Goku never bumped his head. I don't think Goku would even.
Well,
be
Goku
opposed.
again, he would be cocky. He would not be an asshole.
Would he?
Probably.
So
Essentially.
I think, unless Gine really reared in the reins, which she could easily have done, I honestly, I'm actually kind of confused now because what do we do with the Raditz situation? Because does he just kill them because I don't want to do what he wants?
But he doesn't. Also, you don't have Gohan. so Gohan doesn't exist.
That's
Yeah.
right. Gohan doesn't exist.
Gohan's never born.
So I think the big question is like, what does Raditz do when he gets to Earth? Like, he
Yeah.
obviously wants to increase the Saiyan rank. Like, right?
You know what?
Like,
Wait, hold on. I know exactly how to answer this.
let's hear it.
Because for people who are in the podcast who get to this part can fill in the blank. We let everyone
What
in
do
the
you guys
podcast
think?
finish this. Whenever it is
Alright.
eventually watched.
Yeah, leave in the comment below.
Yeah.
Comment down below a 5-paragraph essay. As long as
Yeah.
you want, honestly. I'll
Honestly,
probably read it.
Yeah, we'll fucking read it.
We will read it. You know, if people actually watch to the end of this podcast episode, I will try my best to remember to grab what is said in that episode and read it for the next episode of the podcast. I will try my darndest. But I'm also saying this because we are getting over time.
Yeah.
We are 2.5 hours in. We're like 20 minutes
One thing I
above.
wanted to get onto today.
What was it?
It was the Mr. Beast KSI Logan Paul situation.
Well, we can do a brief run through that because all I know
No,
is.
we'll save it for
We'll
next
save it for
time.
the next one?
Brief run through. I bought lunchly. It was moldy, but I ate it anyways. I have to go to the hospital.
There you go. But I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it next time so we can actually have an episode that's like titled and like named after it. Because this is
Alright.
the Dragon Ball episode now.
This is very much the Dragon Ball
This
episode.
is Dragon Ball with Cameron. The one thing
Yeah.
I ever talked
Our
about.
last episode was very
There
My
you go.
Hero, so you know it's fair.
It's all working out.
But yes,
We
with that
might
being
need to
said,
leave
I am sorry for cutting this little bit here and all that. Karen, do you have anything else you want to say just before I continue the outro? This is
Audience,
what you were
also
talking about
comment-
before.
Comment how you would get your hand out of a pickle jar.
Actually, yes.
There you
No, with our previously said what ifs, please comment about your own takes on that if you get to that point.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
And if you've gotten this far, consider subscribing.
Yeah.
If you like Dragon Ball, we like you people.
we
You
do.
want to be here.
I have a channel. I'm not gonna link it.
That's why, because I'm gonna do it. I always do that. Anyways, you should go check out this channel. I don't feel like I could say it legitimately.
check out
I feel
my
like
channel.
YouTube would smack me. But go check out his channel. It's in the description.
Yeah, you will get flagged if you say the name of my
Yeah,
channel.
I'm
so
pretty
don't check
sure
it
I
out.
would.
You'll also get flagged if you check it out, so don't check out my channel.
But you should go check it out anyways. But anyways,
Don't do it.
It's actually a hate crime to check out his channel.
Yeah, it is. Don't do
he
it.
has one of my favorite videos of his is what he does with Goku specifically, and y'all will see it if you watch it. But go watch, it's great.
Yeah, I
Um,
upload Dragon Ball Z content by
He
accident.
does. Well, I don't know if he was
Yeah,
accident. You
Gabe,
actually posted
everyone-
pretty decent, like banger, like Xenoverse videos that were actually really good. So I don't know.
I-
He only does it once per 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, once
Once
every
a
3 years I
millennium.
upload like mods.
Yeah.
If any of you come here because you actually care about me, I'm so sorry I didn't talk about that. Oops.
That's funny. But with that, all the stuff you know about us, our Discord, our other channel links are all down below. So do feel free to join them. You don't have to, you don't want to. It's entirely up to you. But another thing that's all entirely up to you is also the ability to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It is entirely up to you to do any of those things. You don't have to if you don't want to. But with that all
you do.
being said, I would like to thank you all, and especially Cameron, for joining us for today's episode of the podcast.
The fuck me is.
Thanks for having me.
Woo. Kelly, do you got anything you want to say?
No, we're good.
All right, then. Well, with that, we are going to be heading off. We'll see you all
You
next
already
time.
ended it.
Bye, everybody.